No, I'm right next to you. Quick question though.
Like this fits in the frame?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. We had the experts. Like, they looked at everything. You look amazing. He looks amazing. I'm not blending in with the wall. On our last episode, somebody said they're going to go to Home Depot and ask for SaVon Brown.
I put respect on my co-host
No,
name.
legit.
I don't know who you
Like a
are.
warm-
out
I was
a warm
blending.
brown?
I don't know what I was giving.
Nah, that means you're a good mahogany.
I think. I don't know why. The lighting was off for all of us, but you always look the most like orange. I don't know why. Like, I guess your undertone is like warm.
Maybe it's like booty hole brown. You know that booty hole brown? That's what you should.
You go to Home Depot and you go to like,
Gotta get the booty hole
I need the
brown.
booty hole brown shade. You know when you go over the yo. Speaking of so we brought up Home Depot. It made me think about the Home Depot girl that went viral a few weeks ago.
Okay.
You ever just worked at one of those jobs where everybody's just fucking everybody?
Yes.
No.
You never been in one of those jobs where the supervisor is fucking.
I know. My friend used to work at a sneaker shop.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a cool boutique shop. It was like a Foot Locker, one of those like chain stores. And he used to say like people used to fuck in the back room.
Yo, I'm talking about the type of jobs where the supervisor fucking the new hire. New hire fucking the janitor.
So it's funny, and Need to Know family, we'll get to like an actual
shit.
intro, but before we even get to the intro, let's talk about fucking at the work, at the workspace.
It's prominent.
So it's funny, when I was working before I got in like to the space, I used to have obviously different jobs. And I was in a relationship. And that was the one place she felt happy about me going because I only worked with men.
Getting trust issues.
I was working in a warehouse full of men.
Hey.
And then after that, I worked at a men's homeless shelter.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing but men.
And now your industry. No, I'm kidding.
Nah, yeah, drop
No,
that
he's
shit.
not. No, he's not. I'm kidding.
And yeah,
Not for nothing though. I got a homie that works at a warehouse, and they be fucking them cleaning ladies.
see, he's a.
I'm serious.
Why not?
I know who works in the warehouse too.
I'm serious.
Yes, you're sick for that.
They do. Anyway, Need to Know fam, what's going on, y'all? The Need to Know podcast. What you need to know when you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. We are back. Hello. What up, y'all?
What's good?
What's up?
I love your energy, bro.
Thank you. I love
really
yours,
do.
man.
Fact.
When you walked in, you were singing that shit, and I was like, damn, I feel him.
The
The line, your ball. Remember you said that was your shit?
I want you to rap it now.
I don't know it though. Because it was yours. It was your
that's-
sauce. I don't want to take it.
That's your favorite.
You know how we do.
That's your favorite lyric.
They can't hear you. I'm the only one that can hear you.
Yeah,
but
I'm
he's
saying, I
being
know.
mad
That's your
funny.
favorite lyric.
Yeah, they can't hear
Wait,
you.
last
No,
week.
they do. They can hear him.
They was-
No.
Okay.
It was so
Let's
funny
address
because like Pierre would have some mad good insight. He'd be like, "Yo, guys, actually, I did some research on this," and then Sam would be like, "Yo, we can't hear you. Bye."
I'm like, yo, cut his mic.
No, but the whole audience could hear him. Like it was. We didn't know, guys. We
tried
didn't
to
do it on purpose. Like
hack
we
me up.
thought it was
Crazy.
like not connected. We didn't do it on purpose.
Moment of fucking transparency. We are figuring shit out in a new studio.
We are.
Right? The
But I
last
love it
time-
though. I think we look cute.
I love it
in
too. I
this,
think it
yes.
looks amazing. Shout out to YouTube. Go check us out on our YouTube page. Hey, look at me, look at Regi, look at Alex. But anyway, yeah, we're still figuring out the studio. So the last time we recorded here was like a year ago.
Yeah, for
maybe
sure.
almost
Yeah.
more than a year ago.
Yeah.
And there's an intercom in like the BTS section of the studio.
Yeah.
And they was like, yo, if that person is talking, the audience can't hear you.
Yeah, like we recorded in one of them studios that look like a music studio.
Like a recording.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know how like you got the booth and then the engineer be
Yeah, and
outside
then you're like,
the
"Yo,
booth.
engineer, turn me up real
There
quick."
we
Yeah.
go.
Yes.
Pierre is our engineer, and we be telling him to turn us up while we can't hear him. So we want to
Exactly.
apologize. Thank
mean-
you guys for letting us know that the intercom works.
I mean,
Yeah, y'all was killing me. Like, there's a few YouTube comments that hurt my feelings. They're like, yo, shut your ass up. I want to hear Pierre. Like, he got a hive.
Yeah.
They don't know what he looks like.
Yeah.
Honestly, the
They
voicemails,
have to know what he looks like.
bro.
okay, so just go to my IG.
Pierre says, just go to his IG, SaVon. I know
Go
you
to
can
his
hear him.
IG.
He,
Yeah.
he can hear me, but he don't want to hear me.
Pierre, I want you to stop right there because I'm going to address something that you just brought up.
Talk to
It's funny how I'm wearing headphones
Oh, shit.
and SaVon isn't. Reggie,
Shit.
isn't that so funny?
Yes, because he proposed a mandate on us last year.
This motherfucker,
He was like, "I'm putting my foot down."
I'm putting my foot down, and this is something that we need to do to change the pattern. To my surprise, when I walked in today with my high energy,
He was like, "Yo, fuck the headphones."
but Reggie, you see what happened when you start loving yourself more?
That's what it is?
Yes.
Now
Wait, that's
he
what
loves
y'all
the
think
way
it
he
is?
looks.
Yes.
That's what y'all think it is?
Yes.
Oh, y'all think
Yes,
I'm like,
it's-
that's
no,
me?
it's like your aesthetic matters more to you now. You're like, nah, I need the whole shebang.
Talk, Reggie.
You know
And
what
he's
it
skinny
is.
now.
Talk,
What it
Reggie.
wa- so what it was, guys, team, family, friends,
Ay, ay, ay.
what happened was, it was more of us on the microphone before.
Mm-hmm.
And so
that
the
boy is good.
the voices get lost a little easier when there's 4, sometimes 5 people on the mics. And
That is
so
true. We did used to talk over each other a lot.
and we were
I
so
must agree.
passionate in conversation.
Yeah.
And
You sure it's not them new bucket hats and new earrings, right?
That's
Because
what
you're
it is.
wearing new earrings today.
That's what it is.
Yo, I don't
I
like
see them shining.
He notices everything.
No, because okay, and then SaVon was like, guys, I know, like,
You're an asshole.
he's like, I would never ask you guys to do this, but we really have to do the headphones. The other, like, he gave us that speech. He's like, we're gonna do it. And me and Alex said the exact same thing. We're like, we don't like the way they look. And now look at him. A year later, he lost mad weight. He's like, yo, fuck these
Look at him.
headphones.
Look at
Yeah,
him.
I ain't never gonna hear Pierre
Yo,
again.
Reggie,
Yeah.
he got the Ty Dolla $ign joints in. Those
Yes,
the Ty
he got the
Dolla
little
$ign
hoops.
Yeah, that's the hoop Rockstar
Okay,
Diamond
period. That's that-
encrusted joints.
That's that max money.
Not encrusted.
Yo, Pierre, that's that money
That's that
encrusted
max
joint.
money.
Yo,
Come on,
Pierre,
Pierre.
I will never hear you again. Because I'm never using the headphones again. I don't know why. Yo, why didn't y'all like fight me for trying to put headphones
did.
on?
We did.
I
And
literally-
I just said off camera, me and Alex don't push back on a lot of things. We'll be like, yes, you know, for the betterment of the pod. We're
y'all
good
do.
team players.
OD.
But I remember the headphones, me and Alex were like, SaVon, we don't want to do this. Like, I don't
literally-
like the way it squishes my cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I literally came in every week and act like I didn't hear shit you were saying. Before we would start recording, he'd be like, everybody put on headphones, and I just start looking,
we're like, what?
talking about the topic that we're gonna
Nah.
discuss.
nah, I used to wear
defiant.
them. I used to wear them.
Yeah.
Every
Y'all held it
episode.
down?
After
But-
you told me to, I did.
Like I said though, it was more so because it was more of us having a conversation,
Mm-hmm.
you know, more frequently, and from a listener's experience.
Oh,
like if
shout out to
you
listeners.
go to our Apple review, there was a few reviews during the period where people were
Yeah.
like, "Yo, y'all are talking over each other."
And they were right. They were right.
Yeah, so that's really where it stemmed from.
Yeah.
But now
It's not because you got sexy.
it's only 3 of us,
Yeah, and then
and
I
it's
do
easy to
think-
have the conversations.
I do think you know, with your glow up, I do think that has to do with it.
my sexy.
100%.
It might have been. It might have got a little something.
So sexy.
I can't stand y'all. That's what y'all doing. That's what y'all doing.
She makes.
I'm not doing this with y'all.
All right, man, my fault. Intro to pie. Y'all
Nah,
ain't even say your name.
I'm SaVon. If y'all ain't know by now, just check out the artwork. The
If you're
names is
watching.
right there. Alex, SaVon, and the amazing Regi be in the building.
right
Actually,
here.
since we're exposing each other, y'all want to expose me for, you know, trying to just live in my truth. My truth is I should have been a bottle girl. Like, that's what I was born to be. God just gave me this
sick.
athletic frame. And it's not even athletic. It's a dad bod.
You ain't got no ass. Yo, P, he don't got.
Yo,
Reg, he don't got no ass.
SaVon, you look
Yes.
great. Don't listen to
But
Alex.
most bottle girls don't have ass before they see Dr. Miami.
Nah, they be.
No, I feel like bottle girl. No, you. There's a lot
could've
of girls
been.
with like natural good bodies that are bottle girls.
But
I would say.
if I were to be like in my natural state, you know, like in Dragon Ball Z or other animes, you got different phases of who you are, like different stages. So it's like, oh shit, Goku, Super Saiyan 1.
This nigga wanna
And then
turn
Super
into
Saiyan-
Majin Buu.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I'm Majin Buu, like on the second form, the skinny one, not the fat nigga. I'm like the second form, and then like my final glow up is like Kid Buu. Facts. So
Thank you for
it's
breaking
levels
that
to
down
that
for me.
shit. But like
Thank
I said,
you.
I want to expose you real quick. So y'all know, Need to Know family, y'all know, y'all be in my DMs, y'all be on the Need to Know pod. Y'all always say how excited you are to see me and Regi outside. Like, and I love that because me and Regi, we really been making like
Why
a
did you just
concentrated
say
effort.
my name just now?
I ain't, because they don't be seeing you outside. So let
that's
me get
crazy.
to what I was
Yes,
saying,
they
my
do.
boy. Like,
like you didn't exist.
they always see, you know, 2 of us. Gang,
not
let's
true.
turn up. We
Especially
gonna make
this
it
summer.
work. Yeah, this summer,
Regi,
I don't know what's happening.
yourself.
Like, we've been going crazy.
But someone just started.
This past weekend, our third co-host and friend decided to join us.
Decided
Come
to
on, man.
bless us.
Yo, you know we had to see Reggie. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know we had to pop out to the Imaginary. If you don't listen to Imaginary Players podcast, that's on you, your bum ass. You know we had to pop out to their annual, the tradition. You feel what I'm saying? So I saw my good people up in there, but I'm about to shoot me some bail now. Need to know family. I have rich co-hosts.
Very rich.
I have rich. Yeah, look, they quiet. Look.
No. Wait, what did Pierre say?
Don't put on
Very
your headphones. Need to know family.
Y'all are very
Fuck
rich.
these headphones.
Need to know family. I have very privileged co-hosts, right? And they could go out to a party during the weekday around 5, 6 p.m. People like me Oh, people like me, I gotta go to work. You feel what I'm saying?
He said we don't have jobs, SaVon.
Yo,
said I'm a bum.
I'm kidding.
they got the fly jobs.
You said I'm a bum.
I got a fly job too, so let me not shoot.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
but
so
I
what are you
get
talking?
flyers.
You have
I be have hours.
Anybody who can hang out with
He-
Don
I feel-
Cheadle is crazy. Like Don Cheadle being your man's is like, nigga, that's so fly.
I do think Alex has the most hours. Do you think? I don't know about your schedule, but
Yes.
I'm definitely. I'm only in the office 3 days out of the week.
What?
Oh yeah.
But Alex,
You ever heard
and
of
you
that?
have to go in early because it's radio.
The only way I could validate Alex having the most hours is because he never picks up
respect me.
my calls.
He doesn't respect me.
He don't-
And you're
he don't-
lying.
he don't- he don't
I'm not
pick
gonna
up
lie,
calls,
Pierre.
texts.
That's from like 3 years ago.
right,
You
so let
don't
me-
text me back now. Don't
SaVon-
let me check your ass. Yeah, move on.
SaVon
Yeah,
and
move
Regi,
on.
quick question for y'all.
Oh my God.
When's the last time you reached out to Alex and he actually
day.
answered?
Every day.
He's gotten
This
better.
weekend.
Yo,
All right,
like
so,
Pierre.
so it's just me. I'm not important to you.
Yo, Pierre, I
Copy.
literally,
No, go
Pierre,
ahead.
I can open my DMs right now and make you look so crazy.
Go ahead.
Nah, please don't. Please
the
don't.
last-
I'm not going to.
Because we can't see his DMs.
Anyway.
And the DMs that I do want to see, he's not gonna let me see. So
Let's
let's
go
just
to.
leave his DMs alone.
But yes, yo, y'all heard of the Money Long song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hours and hours.
Yeah, that'd be me. These motherfuckers, yo, Reggie, yo, need to know, these motherfuckers got jobs where they can just pop out once a week. I be in the office 5 days, even on the Friday.
I'll be working hours and hours. That was good. That was a good one. I ain't mad.
But yeah, man, we popped. That was a good time.
It was. It was a real good time.
You feel me?
Yeah, I like
gotta see
being
that this summer.
amongst the people.
Yes,
The thing about podcasting is you just never know who's listening. You never know who's tapped in. You never know who knows you from where or for what. So it's really nice to have people acknowledge like, yo, I fuck with what y'all are doing.
Yeah.
It's good to see you. And I think it's a different energy when they see all of us together.
For sure.
Yeah,
Like,
they love
sure.
seeing us all
Two
together.
of us is always
having fun.
cool,
Yeah.
depending on the two, right? It's always an amazing time.
Vibe.
I think I get more free drinks with Reggie, though. I ain't gonna lie. So, Alex, when you do stay home, I'm cool with that. But
Damn.
No, there was
multiple times.
the party that SaVon and I went together like 3 weeks ago. We met a listener. His name
Yes.
was Chris.
Yes, shout out to Chris.
Yes, he bought us drinks on his little American Express. Shout out to
Gang,
you.
gang, gang.
Okay.
on the Amex?
For sure. And it was another time too when we was
shit.
at the locksmith. You remember that
Oh,
one?
wait, locksmith.
No, you was probably already a little lit, and I was like, "Yo, Reggie, come here."
Oh, but
Oh yeah, no,
It's just
I
so
remember.
many-
Oh my
Hold on.
god.
Yeah.
y'all be on boo dates too. Fuck out of here. Y'all want me to third wheel y'all boo dates? Now,
Wait, yeah, why
don't.
have
Now
we
I'm
been?
just.
We don't.
Yes.
Wait, why have we been
Yo.
out together so much so far this summer?
We don't be on boo days.
Yo,
No, I
you
went.
y'all ain't never been on a boo date together?
cap.
Sit here and lie.
What?
cap.
What does that mean?
Yo,
Like just us two?
no,
No.
not just y'all two.
No.
Not just
I'm
saying like
always with
you
John.
with your
He's saying a
dude.
double. He's saying like
double date.
situation.
No. It's always me and John, and then we're like, oh my gosh, and then I text Need to Know like, hey guys, come here.
I'm about to go get the receipts on y'all. It's fine. It's
That's
fine.
it. No
It's-
boo dates.
We
Hand,
outside
hand.
this summer, man.
Fuck out of here.
Meet us there.
Yeah, me to say.
Yeah, it's giving outside this summer. And usually, like last summer, I was not on that timing, but this summer, it's like I love the
Felt
energy
like
so
that.
far.
I got
We've been
some plans for y'all
We've been
this
having
week.
so much fun.
I'm afraid to throw my plans in the chat because I feel like y'all are gonna judge me. But I got some rooftop shit this weekend.
Oh,
man.
where at?
I would love for y'all to
You're
go.
celebrating the 4th of July.
Saturday.
We'll talk about it.
That's
yeah,
very
yeah, we'll talk
American.
about it. I don't.
We'll talk about it.
Here we go. After the party, I was very hungover. We had a really good time. Shout out to everybody, all our people.
Shout out to Magic Players,
Also,
yes.
while we're talking about
Yes,
parties
yes,
and
yes,
rooftops and
yes.
shit, the
Dr.
Mixer, Need to Know Mixer, please make sure y'all get y'all tickets. This is the last day, the last 24 hours where the tickets are on a sale, right? The early bird special tickets.
Great price.
Yes, this is the last time you're going to be able to get them. So if you're listening to the episode of the day of its release, you still have an opportunity to get them at a very low price. You also can get them on a discount if you sign up for our Patreon. We are giving all of our patrons a discount code to let y'all know, like, hey, you love us, we love you. Here's a little discount.
Yep.
Pull up, kick it with us. So you can still get it at a reduced cost at this time. Again, all of the information, when we have something to promote, it is in the descriptions below, or you can go to our social media pages and find us there. But please, please, make sure y'all get y'all tickets before they run out and while they're still at a nice price.
Listen, man. I've seen some of the women that will be in attendance.
Oh.
August 19th, Need to Know Mixer.
Oh, T.
I can assure some of you good brothers that you do not.
You're gonna have fun.
You do not want to miss this one.
And ladies, like, good-looking women want to be around other good-looking women too. So I don't want to just
Invite
sell
them.
it to the guys like, yo, guys, come
So
be
invite
horny
them.
men at the Mixer.
I love pulling out to a party. There's a bunch of baddies. I love it. I'm just like,
yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's definitely gonna be that in the building. It's
Yes.
definitely
For
gonna be
sure.
that. So again,
For sure. Pop
August
out.
19th. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets.
Yeah.
The Need to Know podcast Mixer is going up. And
And
fuck. And
I'm scared.
we didn't even announce the DJs.
Niggas frustrated. Oh,
we
yeah.
got we got some
Wait,
we got some smart like.
Oh, they're gonna announce it now.
No,
Oh, yeah, I'm like, now you
we gonna give them another week.
Need to know.
Breaking news.
Just make sure y'all
Yo.
come in. It's gonna be a really fucking good time.
Yes.
A lot of your faves
Come
are
on,
gonna be in the building, and with your faves, we're gonna be in the building too. So
Also,
yeah.
Yes.
also, we've opened up the phone lines for y'all, and salute to a lot of y'all that have been leaving us voicemails,
Yeah, it's actually been like you guys
Yeah.
have actually been using that feature, which
Yeah.
is like so cool.
and we love it. So we're thinking about opening
On
it up
Patreon.
to. Oh, right, I'm glad you said that because I was about to say we're thinking about opening it up for the public for a certain period of time, so you could kind of like see what you thought, any questions that you have for us. So please utilize that feature. We love speaking to y'all.
I don't know, but if the Patreon keeps it that lit, we might just
Shit.
keep it for the Patreon. So
Just
you guys
saying.
should stay on Patreon. And speaking of
Just
Patreon,
saying.
we have monthly giveaways,
Hey.
giving out
Hey.
gift cards, cash, whatever you want. And also, if you are passionate about this, maybe you can suggest what a good prize will be, and we
Yeah.
will definitely take that into consideration.
Yeah.
But sign up for Patreon. We have monthly giveaways. All you have to do is literally be subscribed, and we're gonna hit you up.
Yeah.
And shout out to this month's winner, real quick. Shout out to him.
Yeah, I forgot. It's been such a long month
Yeah.
that we actually did have somebody who won a giveaway. So
Salute.
Yes, shout out to Chavis. See,
Hey.
he
Chavis,
has
what's
already
up?
been contacted, but shout out to you, and that could be you next month.
Now,
Facts.
listen, if you're new here or if you're old here, you do know
If you're
that
old
we
here.
have definitely given out stuff. We've given out AirPods. We've given out sneakers, right?
Yeezys.
Oh shit!
Yeezys. Oh, let me not
Wait,
even
how did that
short
work?
it.
Did you already have a specific size, or
No, we shipped
Yeah.
whatever their size was to their
To
home.
their house.
We ordered the sneakers and
Yeah.
shipped it directly to them.
Shit.
So yeah, we give it out here, man.
Yeah,
Don't sleep.
yeah.
It's for real,
It's a good
right?
time all around. All
sure.
around good time here on the Need to Know Pod.
For sure.
Like I said, this past weekend, the three of us, we had a good time. Right after the party, I had to jump on a flight. Okay, I went
I was
to
very
LA.
proud of you for making that
I didn't think I was gonna make it
because
but
that shit was at 8 a.m.
yeah, I had a very. I pushed it back. I'm not gonna lie. I pushed my flight
You
back.
have to say that. You could.
I'm
you
so
could've,
sorry.
like,
I pushed
you
it
know.
back a little bit. But needless to say, I went over to LA. It was BET weekend.
You shaking ass?
Yeah, actually I was. I was standing on the couch.
Oh my goodness
what?
gracious!
Man, I
You-
told
oh,
him
you were
about it,
standing
girl.
on-
What the fuck? What the fuck, nigga? You thought? Like, I'm about that life. I was standing on the couch. I was having a good time. I was dancing. I was shaking ass. I was doing all that.
That's good, man. I'm
Yeah.
glad you caught the BT weekend.
For sure.
How
It was
was it out there? Was the energy? Was the vibe like, man? Huh? Was it ghetto?
It's so funny, bro.
Oh, I have a discussion about that, but
we gonna get
we're
to
gonna
it.
let SaVon finish
No,
first.
it's not much. Normally, I'm not really a LA person. Like, I'm a New York guy, like through and through. Like, I appreciate what New York is, and
Yeah.
that's how I identify as. So every time I've gone to LA, I've always felt a little eerie. And then one of the times I was in LA, Nipsey got killed
Oh yeah.
while I
Damn,
was
you
in
out
LA.
there for that? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And then another time, I think it was the same week that Juice WRLD passed away. So every time that I had
Damn.
went to LA during my earlier days in like traveling, celebrity death was around the corner. So I
Yeah.
always had this eerie feeling whenever I went. But this time, had a really good time. Had a really fucking good time. Shout out
Yeah, you went on a lit weekend.
Yes, I
Wow.
did.
That's
I went on
fire.
a great weekend. But shout out to Jerica.
Big
right?
shout out to Jerica.
Shout out to Monet, as some of y'all may know her on
Hey.
Claim to Fame. Check that out on ABC. It's a dope show, but she had a nice party and had some friends over. So
fire.
I went out there to support her.
Dope.
And there was a lot of people in town because of BET weekend.
Yeah, that's a fact.
A
That's
lot, a lot of people in town because of BET weekend. Honestly, I felt like I belonged there.
Finally.
I was like the Need to Know correspondent.
Well, I'm
not
glad
gonna
that the
lie.
trip there was worth it. This
It
time.
was.
You know what I'm
was
thinking about
certainly worth
doing? I just forget to do it, and life moves so fast. We got to start getting some media passes for some of these shows and festivals. Need to know,
That's a good idea.
bro. I'm telling you, Need to Know can absolutely do those. So
sure.
I'm glad that you was in the mix. That's what's up.
Nah, it was a real good
But you
time.
ain't go to the awards though. You wasn't outside. They ain't let you in. Niggas ain't let you in.
Maybe he didn't want to go.
They pulled the Alex.
Don't
They ain't let me in the club.
Don't
huh?
do that.
They pulled the Alex. Huh?
Don't do
They
that.
just let me standing outside like my man's
Don't do
did.
that. Don't do that. Don't do that. We brought the party outside to you.
Nah.
Yo, when my man couldn't get in the party, we came outside, brought the party to him.
Oh, I remember. I know what you guys talking about. Okay.
That's how niggas like me rock. We lead a party, go make one outside.
Y'all
You
got
really
kicked
left
out.
me outside your party.
Oh my god.
Nah.
Like the deep
Why you
I
bringing
think
old
no,
shit
the
up?
deep
Bro,
I
he
think
be
about this
painting me
shit.
so bad, bro.
The deep I think about
Oh
it,
my God, bro.
I'm starting to get upset. I
He be
wasn't
paying-
upset in the moment,
Yeah, I know you wasn't in this.
but I think now it's kind of sat with me. Like,
all right, I want
This is
you
a
to
story
imagine.
for the OG listeners.
I want you to imagine, right? Telling someone to come to something early, right? He don't because he think it's some like bougie fly shit. He not understanding it's some real young kid like lit shit. Everybody's like rage, like yeah. So
that is some important context.
yo, so then by the time, and it was upstairs. So we were kind of maxing capacity. And I'm telling this story because some of y'all are new here and he is not gonna fucking pay me like that. So the cops came to shut it down. So
This
what
is
we did-
Alex's event, by the way.
Yo, and it was my event. So you know what we did? We left the event, chopped it up with him outside, took pictures.
And then
Oh, that's
left
how you
me,
got the pictures that night.
and then he left me outside
Don't
and
do
went
that.
back inside.
I had to go manage it. Thank you. We had to go manage the event. Had to make sure everything was
Look.
Gucci.
Nah, but if I'm inviting you to my party, like let's say the Need to Know Mixer, and
Bro.
I'm like, I got you with a free ticket, but come early. It's gonna
Come.
get packed. It's
gonna get crazy.
And if you come at midnight, I'm like, I'm sorry, like I can't do anything. I'm sorry.
But I was with somebody and they made me leave.
I was willing to fight the bouncer over you, but then
Nah, you was.
But
You
then it
was.
was like,
I
damn.
didn't want that for you. I didn't want that for you. The person I was with, I don't know if they got hands
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Did y'all? But so because you in LA, did you
Yeah.
catch the awards? Was there like a live screening somewhere? How was it working out there? Like,
No, so
or did you
honest-
do nothing BT?
Yeah, I had
related?
nothing to do with BET Weekend but support Offset.
that's
That's all I did.
Oh.
That's all I did BET Weekend.
why just
all
all-
of my energy
Quavo-
just went out to Offset.
But Quavo performed too.
Nah, Quavo cool. Quavo cool. Nothing against all. But I feel like my brother Offset, he needed my energy. He had a hard week. I know when a man's having a hard week, he's dealing with a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow. And so when I went to BET, I put all of my energy into just making sure he was good, bro. 'cause-
Sometimes you gotta just leave your girl at home when you mad and just go to LA for a week, reset. I've been there.
Like, yeah. Reggie, you look so confused.
I'm trying to replay what I know about the situation of
So-
this whole cheating back and forth, right?
It's been a lot. It's been a lot. So first off, I want to congratulate and I want to salute Offset and
Quavo?
Quavo, yes.
their performance, for
their
Takeover, right?
performance, for coming together, for not letting this thing linger. It was a time where they was like, we'll never be on stage together.
Yeah.
We're never gonna use the Migos name
They said
again.
it was really over.
They said it was over, and they showed no indication of reconciliation.
And even after Takeoff's passing, they still maintained that, like, you know what, it's over. Like, the
Exactly.
Migos are done. Yeah.
So to see them come on stage, I thought that was beautiful. I thought that was
this
amazing.
is what it's all about, you know?
It is.
The bigger
It is.
picture.
And honestly, it made me reflect on some of my situations and friendships that maybe I need to, like, you know, have a moment of growth where
That's
I'm
real.
like, yo, it's bigger than me. It's bigger
know,
than how I felt.
I
That's
love
what
that
I
you
think
thought that.
about every single quote unquote beef, because I don't ever say I have beef with someone, because I really
When's the
don't.
last time you had a beef, Reggie?
I'm not in the drama, okay? I might have some,
You know
back
you
and
had
forth.
some wagyu with somebody. Come on.
Oh, wagyu, okay. Like I might have some. I've had my fair share of, like, fights with, like, friends and stuff like that. But I've never. I can't sit here and say I have beef with anybody.
You never had beef?
But I think of it as, like, if I'm mad at this person or this person's mad at me, and we're really like tussling, and then I'm like, okay, if they pass tomorrow, how am I gonna feel? Like, you never know. So is it really worth it? Like, what? I literally would sit there and be like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? Like.
But would you initiate a conversation? You can have those
I've
thoughts of
done-
like,
I've
what are
done
we
that
doing?
Even if it was their fault, I've reached out to them like, hello, can we talk about this?
Got
Like,
it.
and then that person, if they're not good at communicating, I'll literally be like, can we just talk? Like, this
Yeah.
is stupid. Or if I was in the wrong, I'll definitely like hit them up like, yo, I'm sorry. Like, this is what I did wrong. This, and this.
We don't deserve you.
I just don't think it's worth it. I've never been through anything like extremely serious to the point where, like, I feel like I can't talk to them about it. I haven't been through that
Yeah.
yet. Maybe I just haven't, maybe
No, that's dope.
you guys have had like more serious things, but I've never been through anything that serious where I just can't talk to them.
Yeah.
Alex, you ever had beef?
Like
Pause.
serious.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like
I just
serious
hate. I
where-
just hate when it be over women, yo. Like,
Yeah, that's the worst.
that's probably the most.
I mean, what else
But,
are we
okay,
gonna beef
but
over? Like,
No,
why
no,
else
no.
don't I like you?
No, I
The
get
fuck?
it, because it's not about the woman. It's about, like, if you're beefing with a guy,
Nah,
it would be like,
sometimes it's
why
not.
would you do that?
Nah,
Like,
sometimes you know what she could do in the bed, and you're like, nah, fuck that nigga.
and it just
yeah,
makes you mad
sometimes it's
salty.
not.
But you
like,
can have her.
No, I mean, you got no choice. It's not up to me. If it was up to me, you won't have her. But if it's not up to me, then of course.
Yeah, man. I'm glad that you're maybe kind of coming around to that, man. Yo, shit don't really be that deep, bro.
Nah,
in the
don't.
moment,
Yeah.
though, it be feeling insane. I get
Yeah.
it. Like, whenever
'Cause-
you angry about something in the moment, it feels like, oh my
because
God.
I don't want to come across as like stuff happens and I never get mad. I'm just like, oh, whatever about everything. I definitely can get mad. I be getting mad and stuff. But like when you sit back, you're like, okay, what are we doing?
You know, for a person that
Like-
doesn't indulge in marijuana, you are just an angel, just peace.
I just said we
I'm
don't.
not perfect. I have my
Just
moments.
peace.
I be getting tight and stuff, but then
Sure.
I definitely take a moment. I'm like, guys,
And I've seen you do that. Like, I've seen you
like
assess.
we're alive, you know,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
here, we're still friends. Like, come on.
That's a fact.
Reggie's not
But-
Reggie's not problematic.
Pierre said Reggie is not problematic.
I don't think I am.
Not at
I'm
all.
not perfect. I definitely can get annoying sometimes, but I tried to not be problematic.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Offset, he had a weekend. And whenever you wake
What
up,
are you referring?
so I get, and I don't know if this is good or bad, but I get a lot of my news from Twitter.
That's
Because I don't
okay.
like even my social events, social currency event. Like
Got you.
I get all of it from Twitter. I don't follow the Shade Room, none of those blogs. So
Got you.
if it's anything that's happening within the culture, I see it because somebody's trending on Twitter. That just means it's big enough to like reach my orbit. I don't need to know about the fucking housewives of Atlanta. And you know, like that's what I feel like the Shade Room reports on, niggas I don't know about. And so now I saw Offset, he was trending. And he was trending because he put on his story, my wife fucked a nigga on me, gang. Y'all niggas know how I come.
That was real, right? Like people.
Nah, that's real.
It was real.
I felt that.
What was okay? I just have questions,
real.
like, because I saw that,
tough.
but was that like a mistake? Like, did he mean to put down
Nah,
his
it was
little
a-
close friends,
yeah,
or like
nah.
why did he post that on a story? Like,
It was a mistake once he started realizing how dudes was gonna clown him.
because he cheated first. Well, not that makes it okay to cheat back.
Yo, I love that you brought that up. Because this is exactly where I wanted to go.
I know everyone's response was like, Offset, you really have some nerve to be mad when you were the one that cheated. But also, that doesn't mean that Cardi could just cheat on him.
I
You
mean,
know?
if you're gonna stay with who you gonna fuck with,
You
can't post nothing like that. Cause all people are gonna do when they run into you,
Is bring it
thinking
up.
you see your
Just bring
name.
that up.
But wasn't she fucking dude on you? And I'm sure people have done it to her, right? Like with Offset, like damn, like after all he did, like you still fucking on him. But you know, their thing kind of transpired in the public eye. He didn't have to do that. That was some like IG story type shit.
I think
I
for
feel
me,
like we all been there.
I
Negative.
believe. So first off, fellas, she's gonna get her lick back. Know that, okay?
she though?
She's going more than once. The first time you might be in the clear. The first time you do it, you may be good. The second, third, fourth, fifth, she is going to get her lick back, and it will hurt you more than it could ever hurt her.
What do you mean by second, third, fourth, fifth? Like, I'm still
that's
forgiving
OD.
you and then letting you cheat 3, 4, 5, 6 times.
So if we talk about the
I feel like that's
speculation,
also not to blame the victim, but like,
Yeah.
why are you staying with a man that cheated on you 7 times?
like the rumors, right? The rumors have been
Sex.
Offset hasn't been the most faithful guy. He's not the most faithful Migos. From what I've
that little
heard,
chuckle.
he hasn't been. So
Oh shit.
if the rumors are true and he's cheated multiple times, like Cardi B's from the Bronx, bro.
Yeah.
And that's another conversation I
Yeah.
want. Like a lot of guys from the Midwest, the South, even the West Coast, they meet the most amazing women from New York, and they're not
Losing those.
familiar with their DNA.
They don't.
They don't know.
They don't.
New York
The
women are built
women
different.
from New York are just a tad bit different. Last week I
Very
spoke
different.
about my New York bias. This week it doesn't apply. Axe Offset. Okay? It doesn't apply. If you've dated in New York and you've cheated on your girl, she's going to get her lick back.
I don't like that though.
Yeah, me neither.
But is that like Reggie?
Not
Can you confirm?
everybody.
I'm not. I know you don't speak for all women. I know that's clear.
Yes.
But can you, in your friendships, in your walks of life, can you confirm that to be the general consensus of if a man cheats multiple times, like does the women naturally start feeling like, all right, I might have to kind of get him back a little bit?
I know that getting a lick back is a thing. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, no, women don't do that. Like, I've definitely seen some great cheat offs, cheating back. I've definitely seen that a lot. But I think
Cheat off is
what
crazy.
mostly happens, in my opinion, is the guy keeps cheating and then the girl just keeps accepting it and she just stays. Like, that's what I see the most happening. And she's not out here like cheating on him back. She just kind of like takes it, which is kind of, it's not the most favorable situation, but that's the honest truth.
Unlike milk, the lick back don't expire. And that's the problem.
He
Men,
definitely wrote that down.
I really did it.
and
but
wanted to say it on the pod.
what happens is,
Oh shit.
no, legit, like our ego just takes over as a guy, right? So we think once we get our girl back and we're forgiven,
Oh, I'm good.
all is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna get her lick back.
Yeah,
And I
don't
think
underestimate.
Offset wasn't ready for. Yo,
But
you know
in
where she's
marriage,
from?
but in marriage though,
and everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, dating and married, you could cheat.
nah, you could definitely still cheat. But I'm saying like, see, this is why people are so confused as to why some people are very afraid of marriage, and this be why, because you would assume that for like after you're done dating, that certain things would change. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, when you're in this ballpark, like, all right, you left the dating field, now you in the marriage field. It's just certain things that both of us are just not gonna do because we've made this, this acceptance, this creed.
Yeah.
But no, It's still get back season.
I
But
don't know.
like,
If you were a cheater
your
when you're
wife?
dating, I don't think a ring is gonna change you being a cheater. Like you're always
That's
gonna be a
true.
cheater if you're just a cheater.
But if you go be with a cheater and you know that, don't get your lick back.
If you're gonna be with a cheater and you know that, don't get your lick back.
Yeah, because you know he's a cheater. So why are you trying to get your lick back?
Because you're saying he's gonna do
Because
it
you've
again.
had enough.
Like,
But does that really make you feel better?
who you think
Let
was
me tell
hurting
you
more?
something.
No, it all depends on the
That's a great-
person. If I was a girl that likes getting her lick back and likes to be petty and
tell
go
you
back and forth, then I would do it and it would make me feel better.
Ain't no
Yes.
let me tell you something. Ain't no amount of fucking someone can do in a get back that can take away from the thoughts of someone entering your woman. Or take away from the thoughts of another bitch sucking your nigga dick. It's like you could be fucking the new person like, oh my God, this feels so good. Yes, I'm getting back. And as soon as your pussy dry up,
You're
as
like,
soon as
fuck.
you shoot off your little cum, homie, you start to think about that shit again. It don't leave you. So my whole thing be like, the lick back be like, for what? Just to get a nut off? I mean,
Some people are just like really vengeful and they just have to do it and then
Yeah.
like just for the
stay away from-
sake of doing it.
yeah.
And then they just move on. Both of them get back together and then the cycle continues.
I
you
stay
know?
away. I purposely stay away from those types of people now. I look at your character.
What?
Some people, like I've dated some people, and I'll let you know though. We'll just stop talking in maybe a month or two. But that's because I've already picked up on things that I knew could get worse if we
Like
get more
little
serious.
things about their character. and stuff.
Absolutely, and that right there is on that list. You can't be one of those motherfuckers around me.
Have
That
you
tit
ever
for tat
gotten
shit.
your lick back? Have you ever had to be in a position where you got to lick back?
I've been in my
on somebody?
position where I wanted to get a lick back, but I didn't because I'm gonna be honest with you. Here come bougie A. I'm so bougie that
It's not worth your energy.
if you cheat on me, you can't never have this wagyu again.
I feel that. I feel that.
He's a high
agree with
value
that.
man.
that A5 wagyu.
He's a high
This
value
that
man.
hello.
This is Kevin
that-
Samuels.
Shipped it
everyone.
internationally.
The spirit of Kevin is taking
Hello?
over.
This that A1 wagyu. You fucked around and got a burger from McDonald's?
Okay.
Oh man, you can't ever even come next to me now. I like living in the space of I'm just too ill for you now. Yeah. You got to stay over
But
there.
you could still get
Yeah.
your lick back and also never let the original girl fuck you again. He's asking like, have you just, gotten the satisfaction of just, hurting her?
Well, I was asking, have you ever fucked somebody after you got cheated on? But I like that too.
Oh,
Because I was gonna ask you the same thing, but hey, we can take it
have you
there.
ever fucked somebody that?
Like your partner cheated on you by having sex with someone,
Okay.
and then you said, "Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing with somebody else." I
Yeah.
got. So you've done that, Alex? No, you haven't.
I haven't.
You said you haven't,
I
Reggie.
haven't.
I haven't done that either.
Have I done?
Pierre
Have
says he
I?
hasn't.
Have I? Like got cheated on and then went and like fucked someone to cheat on him?
Yeah.
No. After I get cheated on.
y'all are lying.
I'm not lying.
Podcast.
No,
y'all
I
are not
can't-
gonna make me
I'm
be
not
that guy.
li- be
Y'all
the
are
guy.
not
What's
gonna
that
make me
thing
be
you
that.
do when
Be
you're
the
like
guy.
literally not like put my hand over my heart? I have never, because when I get cheated on, because I've been cheated on like multiple times, like by different guys.
Yeah.
When I get cheated on, I'm just
fuck
done.
them
I
niggas.
swear, like my hand is over my heart. Like I just leave. Because then I'm disgusted. Like, no.
Me too.
And
You don't.
Me too.
yo,
Me
and
too. Nigga. Hashtag.
Wait, Pierre saying
I plead the
something.
fifth.
and two,
Uh-huh.
if that does happen in the relationship, somebody's got to be the mature one to be like, all right, enough is enough. I can't continue this. It's not a relay race.
I can't continue the cheat
Pierre is
off.
saying somebody has to be mature enough, right? And I do respect that. Yeah, I really don't do that. Though.
Are you guys really, like, if you're having a cheat off,
I don't like this conversation no more.
if you brought it up.
I know, but it backfired like the headphone.
No, but if you're in an intense cheat off, you guys are both petty. So when one person is like, "Oh, let's be mature now," does it really like? Are you guys really gonna be mature? No.
I don't date people that are immature anymore or petty or the people that go tit for tat. Like I see a meme going around, I'm tit and tat, so don't fuck around with me. Okay, cool. You can be by yourself. You're gonna
Yo.
be by yourself
Yeah.
for very long. I don't fuck
Side
with
note:
those
those
people
memes are just not funny to me anymore. I'm just boring.
Can
now.
we stay here?
Yes, SaVon is
I
dying
kinda-
for us to move on.
Nah, because I'm mad. Like,
Or do you wanna-
I can't
or-
even get my shit. No.
Can we stay
Okay,
here?
you know, okay.
You brought up BET Awards, see how we even intro this conversation, right?
Yeah.
Also at the BET Awards, as you guys probably have seen, or if you haven't, I'm here to alert you. There's a little scuffle at the BET Awards between JT of the City Girls and Lil Uzi Vert. That kind of involved Ice Spice. For those of you that don't know, Lil Uzi Vert opened up the BET Awards with a performance, which was interesting because there was no host because of the writer's strike. So I was actually just willing to see how they started it, how they was going to get into it. And, they kicked it off with Uzi. And Uzi has the Pink Tape, which is set to release Friday. If you probably listened to this already, it's already out. And I think he previewed a new song. One of the new songs, he dropped a bar where he was referencing a young lady having hair similar to Ice Spice.
Yeah, he was like, she looked like Ice Spice.
Okay.
Okay, he looked like Ice Spice.
Oh, so
this
he did the Jack Harlow?
he did.
Okay.
This is where it got a little spicy though, right?
Like where this is going?
The reports came out and said that after he was done performing, mind you, I have to add this caveat. They said that JT was standing up and performing and celebrating her man while he was up there performing. They said when he had finished that the seats kind of was little musical chairs going on. Like, you know how it would be at the award shows. One person sitting here, one person got to perform, everybody swapping out. So I guess Lil Uzi's seat just so happened was next to Ice Spice.
See, that's a good move.
That's tough.
Tell your manager, like, yo, you see the nameplate?
That's not a good
When I
move.
go
Oh my
perform, go
goodness.
swap that out, my boy.
Set it up.
Yo, go
I'm not
swap
laughing.
that
That
out,
shit
my
not
boy.
funny. That's not funny.
You know my type, nigga.
That nigga said, yo, I just dropped the ball on her, right? So when I get back,
I
make
can't.
sure she there. Oh, shit. Okay, now we
Yo,
get
maybe I should have went to BT. Like,
You would have had a ball.
maybe I should have been in the building.
You
man.
would have switched the nameplate.
Yo, you was
I
right
would have
there.
been right there.
He was right there. So what the
That's
public
crazy.
saw was that when the moment Lil Uzi Vert decided to take his seat right next to Ice Spice, she's new in the game. Lil Uzi Vert, he's a veteran for that generation.
sure, for
Yeah.
So she wanted to take a pic, and
As she should.
A little
As
selfie.
As they both should. It makes sense.
They're
That
they're
makes sense.
they're
Yeah, they're
big.
just both popping artists.
They're
you know?
popping artists right now. It's the BET Awards. We sit next to each other. A few moments after that,
Dum, 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 dum.
doom, 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 doom,
The plot thickens.
JT just got up, threw her iPhone at Lil Uzi.
He caught it?
Nah, he ain't catch it. He had bad hands. He ain't a receiver.
Oh, he didn't catch that?
Threw it right at him, like direct. Pew, pew, calling him a groupie ass nigga.
And there's a video of this.
There's a video of it, so you can go find some Shade Room,
It
Twitter.
looked crazy.
It did look crazy, Pierre. Yeah. So, Reggie, you brought up something about memes, and I'm a big proponent on how y'all know how I feel about Justin LeBoy. Y'all know how I feel about a lot of the things we're conditioned to like, and I saw a lot of women saying, "Yes, bitch, JT me."
You did nothing wrong.
Oh, you ain't did. Yo, JT is
Really?
me.
That's the sentiment?
I promise you, I saw so much of that. And I just shook my head for a little bit because let me tell you why I got tight, right? The memes help that. It's a conditioning.
That conditions like people.
To behave like that?
Even if you're a great person, you came from a great family, you might hang around a friend group that frequents that. Imagine being in a friend group on Instagram or on text messages, and you're constantly being sent those types of memes.
Yeah.
Yo, if a nigga play with you, disrespect you, hit that nigga with a phone. Just like, it's
Stuff like that,
just
yeah.
like that.
Subconsciously,
energy.
too.
It's subconscious.
Even just by reading
And be like,
it.
oh, this is funny. Like, I want to do this.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie. Now it's hit a joke. Uzi, you supposed to know. You supposed to go sit next to your girl after she was clapping you
Nah,
on.
but sometimes I've been in that situation.
Wow.
I've been in that situation.
Tell us.
Like I know what Uzi was going through.
what he was going through.
Sometimes you meet your favorite person from Instagram. You have no idea.
SaVon, you
SaVon,
can't
if
say
you have a
that.
girl,
I said your
do
favorite
not go
person.
sit next to your favorite Instagram model.
But, like,
Please.
SaVon,
sometimes the
SaVon.
energy bring them to you.
You can't open up the show with your girl clapping you on when y'all was just sitting next to each other, right? And then
then
after
go
she
sit
was
next
done
to-
celebrating you,
Go sit next to Ice
to
Spice.
the joint that you had just rapped about.
Yeah,
But
the
man,
optics on that is crazy.
The optics is crazy. You gotta know that you can't do
Let me shoot
that,
some more
gang.
bail again.
And she called him a groupie ass nigga.
Offset, Lil Uzi, hire me. Like maybe it was a business,
He'll be your cool consultant.
Yeah, exactly. It was just
I like that, right?
It was just a
Yeah,
business
you're right.
conversation.
It was a business
Yeah,
conversation.
I think our music would really sound. You know,
I
what
wanna
the
ask
kids
you a
say?
question.
Sonically.
Sonically. Oh, yeah.
Sonically,
Real
I think
good.
we sound really good together.
Yeah, I want to tell you what Uzi said back to her in retaliation while he was trying to calm her down and she was still on the phone. Uzi said something that us men can probably relate to, but I don't think it's ever worked. He said, "I ain't even do nothing."
Oh my God, I'm triggered.
He ill. Say he ill. But honestly,
I love it. I ain't even
Yo.
do nothing, yo. Like, what is
Like-
that tripping, bro?
Oh my
Like,
God, like yo, us ladies will send a text in MLA format pointing out this. Like, I just really did not like when you did this because remember, it makes me feel like this. And then it's like a paragraph, and then the guy responds, What do you mean?
Now I'm not gonna lie, men and women version of nothing is different.
Yeah, OD different.
Like I gotta
That
fuck
is
you
true.
for something to happen. Like if I ain't fuck you, nothing happened.
Nah, that's crazy. See, look, I thought I was wild. Wait, hold up.
Yeah, I can't co-sign that. That's crazy.
I'm hurt.
I'm not. I don't know if I'm with you on that.
That's
one.
how they be saying it. Don't put that on me. I'm just saying. That's how he was viewing it.
I like that I didn't do nothing. Because sometimes you really didn't do it. Like, you can't be
'cause,
mad
okay,
at the energy.
all jokes aside, let's, like just all jokes aside, in Uzi's perspective, well, this is literally what SaVon just said, but like he really could think like, wait, what? Like,
I didn't do
I
nothing.
just, I'm at the BET Awards. I just want to say hi to Ice Spice.
But let's
He
be-
really genuinely could think that.
Can I tell
Like,
you what it
genuinely.
is?
Yeah.
You know what it is? I'm going to tell you exactly what it is right now with the whole JT situation.
Okay.
Your girl knows your type. Your girl knows
yeah.
the women that you're attracted to.
Yeah.
They do. They have a six.
And I
They
ain't gonna
just
front.
know.
Uzi got a bar where he was like, yo, I treat my dark skin joint like a light skin joint. He had some funny shit like
That's a
that.
crazy
I ain't
bar.
gonna front.
Oh.
That's a crazy
Did he
bar.
really say
He
that?
did. I ain't gonna front. He definitely got a bar like
That's
that.
a little
That's a crazy
problematic,
bar.
but okay.
I didn't even know that. I
Yeah.
just know
Yeah.
if you
That's
are
my
with your
man, though.
girl, she's going to look at the room,
Yeah.
assess the room, and she's going to know the women that you're attracted to. It doesn't mean you have to act on it. Nothing has to happen.
I hate when they know though.
They know. And it's not like it's every beautiful girl that's in the room.
Yeah.
It's just
Like,
they
he
know
specifically goes for these
who-
types of women.
If he was single, he would be on that.
Sometimes they be
especially
wrong,
because
though.
when you're dating someone, you know your man so well. Like you just know him. Like
Alex, say that
That's
again,
what I
Alex.
think happened. I think JT knew
Yeah.
that, oh wait, this bitch right here.
You look tight.
That's who this nigga would be. If me and him wasn't together,
But sometimes they be wrong though.
they
yo.
would have had an album together.
Sometimes they be wrong though, yo.
Because
They
how
never
much
wrong.
how much of it is just made up in her head?
How
I don't
much?
know. Wait, is Pierce saying?
Yeah, he said Pierce said how much of it is just made up in her head.
It's
Like-
not about being made up. It's an intuition, and I promise you, from my
Intuition.
experience, they have never been wrong at all. Like when I go into a room, I've
Because
been out.
they know what they look like.
Bro, I've been out with people on whatever, and I'll have no relation to that person.
Yeah.
And my girl, ex-girl, whatever, be like, yo, who that? And in my head, I'm like, damn. how
Well,
the
it
fuck-
wouldn't be a problem.
That's where you fucked up and baited. Why you asking your shorty who that?
No, she asked.
she asked.
No, I'm saying, like,
okay,
they
okay.
would
What did they-
inquire. I would never say
I'm
who's
about
that.
to say
I'm
But
just saying,
this
like,
wouldn't be a problem if she's like, who that? Like she knows that this woman is your type. Nothing would ever be a problem if you didn't even speak to that girl.
But
you know?
But honestly, when has I didn't even do nothing even really worked for a man? That's never worked for me.
it just buys you some
I
time.
do.
What?
It does.
What?
It's solved.
That shit just
does.
yo, I didn't even do nothing.
Nah,
Like,
because you got to think about what you really going to defend with. But you got to
You're
put
like,
that
oh,
out
shit.
first.
you gotta buy. Yo, I didn't
Yeah.
even do nothing.
I didn't even
Like,
do
yo, You're
nothing.
bugging right now.
While
son.
you're doing that, you're already assessing how to combat the next truth she about to say.
What?
Because you know she about to hit you with some facts.
Because you really did do something. Okay.
Or maybe I wanted
So
to,
how about
nigga. You
that?
ain't even let me get into my shit. Like, what? Like, yeah.
I don't know. But I don't know. Like,
Shit.
I hate to always say shit like this. I know it's boring, but like, let's use me as an example. Like, let's say John, my man, let's say he dated a certain type of girl, like certain type of aesthetic, and I knew that.
Yeah.
And we went out, and there's a girl that looks exactly to the T like that. I just feel like it wouldn't bother me because like he's not gonna do anything. Like he's not gonna look at
No,
her.
that's
like,
for sure.
So you feel
So-
you're a little
Facts.
secure.
I guess it's like.
But what if he go to the bar to
Okay,
get you and
okay.
him a drink,
Okay.
and now that young lady is right next to him at the bar, and she's
Mm-hmm.
the optics are
Yes.
she may be trying to reach over him to grab her drink, talk to a friend, whatever. But the optics are she a
Like
little
they're
too
next
close.
to each other and
She a
stuff.
little too close to my nigga, and I know that's his type.
I think like it just has the only way you guys are gonna get away from the situation safely, unscathed, is if the girl, like me, if I'm secure, and if you're dating a man that you fully trust. Like I really know he's not gonna talk to her. You guys have seen us out a million times.
absolutely.
Facts.
He's out there in the corner, whatever, talking
Yeah,
to whoever. I don't give a fuck.
He's
so,
the blueprint.
Yeah.
He's the
Yes,
blueprint.
I would say that.
He's the blueprint.
I have no issues with him
It's
like
true.
liking pictures, like none of that, because I don't care. Like
See, I know I'm secure. Like, I heard what I said on a couple podcasts a couple months ago. Like, my wife want to go ahead and get one off, or we, tie the knot.
that
Like
was the
she could
thing,
go do
yes.
that. You know, I said that shit, right? But I'm gonna be honest with
To
you.
each his own.
You
on
Adam
that.
22.
I'm not Adam
Oh
22.
my goodness
but
gracious.
boy,
Don't do
I
that.
saw that.
22.
I saw that shit.
Nah,
The A,
that's
the A and
crazy.
Adam,
Alex 22.
the A and Adam don't stand for Adam.
Because he let his shorty get,
That was after the wedding. That's where he fucked up. I said before.
OD.
Stupid nigga. He's stupid. I said,
He
yo,
said,
you
before we
stupid
do
nigga.
this.
Why would you let her fuck the BBC after?
That's her job.
No. We gonna change it. We gonna get some new employment
Wait,
here.
isn't she a porn?
But she got like you could do the webcam shit and like fingering your puss with the vagina. I mean, with the.
But if you're marrying a
dolo
porn
shit.
star and that's her job, like,
But no,
why would
let's-
you expect her to not fuck men?
But he publicly came out and said since he's been with her that
Okay.
she hasn't taken on any like her and male roles.
Like they agreed to that?
Yeah, they agreed to that.
Oh shit! Okay, see,
But
that's
recently,
context.
they
Okay,
agreed
I
to some
agree with
other
you guys.
shit.
Okay,
She
I
let
agree
that
with you guys.
BBC in her.
Oh my
I ain't gonna lie.
goodness.
I'm praying for boy for real. We get to that later.
Alex 22 is
More
crazy.
That's not
later.
me. That's not me. Now, for JT though, right? I ain't gonna lie. I do come from the school of, yo, don't play with me, yo. Cause now, I don't condone her throwing the phone. I want to be very clear. I think a lot of y'all are nasty for
That
that.
shit kinda sucks, I
Men,
ain't
women,
gonna lie.
whoever support that shit is weird.
That's abuse.
That's abuse. There's way better ways to get through things when you're angry. We all adults here, right?
Yeah.
Now on the other side of that, like I said, I do come from the school of don't play with me, right? And if you're gonna drop a bar on Shorty, and then take your ass off that stage and go sit right next to her. All right, now I don't know if this is security or you playing with me.
Like,
'Cause I
you're
could be
playing in my
secure.
face.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I don't like the whole playing in my face thing. I'm
Yeah,
gonna keep it a stack.
because that itself,
Yeah.
I think that's disrespectful.
I agree.
Like, I'm talking about if your man doesn't do shit like that, yes, it's okay. But if my man did shit like that, that's just disrespectful.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't
I
know.
will say,
I don't know.
Pierre's talking.
I will say, sometimes you just gotta let stuff play out because let's say she was bugging and nothing was going on between them, right? Obviously, the verdict's not out on that, but then you have the chance to assess the situation and then be like, all right, yeah, I was bugging, nothing's going on, or it'll validate, yeah, I'm right, something is going on.
But people don't people don't have the time to want to assess things when they feel things in the moment. That'd be the whole thing about trying to think about
That's why
control-
that's why fights happen.
Right?
Yeah.
Controlling your emotions is not really big for everyone. You really got to turn it on. Nigga said no.
It's not. That shit.
Yo, listen, Uzi.
That's why I go to therapy.
And I'm so glad you
That's
are,
why I
man.
go to
It is
therapy.
amazing.
Like, yo.
The world is a safer
Like,
place.
I might have took her phone and threw it to the back row. Like, he handled that so perfectly.
He did.
Like-
And then, yo, you want to know what else he kept saying? He was like, please, I'll buy you any car you want if you just sit back down. I'm dead ass.
They gotta break
Yes.
up. They gotta break up. They gotta
I'm
break
dead
up.
serious. He was like, oh,
This
I'll
why-
Wait, I have an update. They were seen at his release party last night dancing the night away.
Yes, they were.
But
Yes,
then
they were.
again, this is why you got to be careful when you're dealing with women from New York. Ice Spice is from New York.
But yeah, but you want to know why
Wait,
what I
Ice Spice
love?
didn't do anything though. She
She was
didn't.
It's her
She was
presence.
She
being
was just
herself.
chilling. Like,
It's her
very
energy.
unbothered, very unbothered. But they should have known that she from the ex. But niggas don't know. Listen, praying for everybody. Salute, Uzi. You gotta know. You get what I'm saying? And not for nothing. See, those are the type of relationships I can't be in no more. Like, I've been in those where it's like, yo, it's toxic. I'm not throwing phones. I don't touch women. I don't play like that.
Yeah.
But it's toxic one day, and then the next day we acting like everything is okay, knowing like, yo, this shit is gonna like explode soon.
yeah, that's.
I can't be in
dangerous.
those no more, yo. We too grown for that shit, man.
I ain't gonna lie, them shits be funny.
They do. But it be like, yo,
But that's why, look,
Get
if
the-
you look at JT and Uzi, they having a good time.
Keep the adrenaline
It's
up.
Oh my
fun.
goodness.
I'm not
At
saying
what cost?
Yo, that be the
your life
bullshit.
sometimes.
It's not that deep.
Bro, sometimes it should be lit.
Listen, man,
But
salute to that.
My
man.
favorite moment from the BET Awards, by far, was Coco Jones finally getting all the things that she deserves.
Salute to Coco Jones.
I just wanted to slip that in there. Oh my
sure.
God, pause.
Salute to Coco Jones.
But
Wanted to slip that thing in there. Reggie, you got it, Reggie.
I'm sorry, I just love her so much. I really have nothing else to say but that. I just love her so much. Coco Jones, I always knew it. She's
Salute
always
to
been
her.
striving. And she went through like a little phase in her early 20s where she was like, I have nothing going for me. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. And now look at her on stage at BT Awards, crying, accepting her awards.
Salute to
I
her.
love you so much,
And,
Coco.
and Coco Jones played Hillary in the new Fresh Prince, right?
Yes, and she's doing
Okay.
amazing.
Shit.
She was the right casting.
All right, cool. So you do know who Coco Jones is if you think you didn't. You've been watching her. That's what's up. But yeah, man, I guess it was, fun and ghetto.
Yeah,
That's how
definitely.
Ice Spice labeled it.
Fun and ghetto? That's what you
BET
said?
said it was
Fun
fun
and
and ghetto. I like that. Real New York shit, man. Keep it cool.
It's BET though, so you gotta expect. And unfortunately, we associate that behavior with BET. Like that would never happen at the Grammys. That would never happen at some of the bigger establishments.
I mean,
so.
but Will Smith did slap that nigga up there, though. He did. He
So
did.
he changed the perception.
Yeah, he
of-
changed shit. He
All right, I'm not mad at
He
it.
said they could get popping anywhere now. He was the one that changed that. Wow.
I'm not mad. Yeah, man. So shout out to everybody involved, man.
Man.
I can't wait to see
And
what
you
the
know,
summer's looking like.
we didn't really talk about the BET Awards, but you know, I love what they did for the 50 years. I love Busta Rhymes getting a Lifetime Achievement Award. Shit, I love the fact because I'm from Long Island. Busta Rhymes gave it up about how he did the Brooklyn into Long Island. I love to see that. A lot of cats that are legends in the game. I promise you, me and Pierre, we like to joke about it, but there's a lot of legends that come from me and SaVon is from Long Island. So I'm talking about your Rock Kims, your EPMDs. Yeah, I could really keep going, but it was dope to see a Busta Rhymes really big us up on that stage. No funny shit. It
The
was
only
really
one.
dope.
No, for sure. Absolutely. I
Watch
agree.
your mouth, P.
I agree with you 1000%. Last week,
Last week. Uh-oh.
I didn't agree with you.
I didn't agree with
And
you
I
either.
still don't agree with you. There's been some updates with the Jim Jones Pusha T stuff. There's been a lot.
Shout out to the listeners going up in the comments about
Salute
that.
to y'all,
There's
man.
been a lot of
Yes.
updates going on over there
Yes.
since we've last recorded. Jim Jones has responded.
Yes.
Do we have his freestyle? If we don't, well, I'll make sure I get that. We will play some of his freestyle.
I can play it for you.
I do want to say before we kind of get into our back and forth,
Yeah, 'cause
where
watch
we
your
are
mouth.
today, I do want to say I'm impressed by his ability to get that beat without the song even being out.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
a lot of people may have not caught that.
It's a good shot. Yeah.
The song is not out.
Never thought about it like
But
that.
he
Okay.
got the beat and it's mixed and mastered and it sounds like it should be in your phone on Spotify somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, that is something I feel a Pusha T would do.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just it's not surface.
Surgical.
Exactly. So shout out to Jim for that. Shout out to Jim for also returning his response in a timely manner.
Yeah.
I think he didn't wait. He didn't just go to Instagram. He didn't just use the tactics. So again, from a music standpoint, from a fan standpoint, I think Jim Jones definitely responded in a nice way.
Now tell me the SaVon standpoint.
from a SaVon
All that
standpoint.
shit was cute or whatever, but
Facts.
yeah,
Here
but tell
we
me the
go.
SaVon standpoint.
Throw your cape back on.
It ain't enough. It's not gonna get it done.
Okay.
From
You
my
don't-
perspective, it was good. It was
Here
a
we
good
go.
shot.
That's
I
crazy.
think he started it. He started it.
that's
So let's
crazy.
be clear.
crazy.
Pusha T responded, and this is technically a response to a response. I think it was good. I don't think it was great.
Wow.
And I think, you know, he kind of muddied the waters because after he dropped the music, he didn't just leave it at music. He does what we assume him to do, which is talk and go on podcasts
it.
and take shots. Like that's his game, right? Like it's fight styles, it's play styles in sports or whatever. So I'm impressed by some of the way he went about it, but from a lyrical standpoint, he ain't say nothing that was.
I'm so disappointed in
You didn't hear the
What
Arby's
did he
line?
say that was so crazy?
SaVon,
He
I
called his
am-
brother a crackhead.
SaVon, I am so disappointed in you right now. Let's start.
Not the dad voice. Damn.
I'm so disappointed in homie. Because he missed the lyricism, lyrics over everything. That's his bag.
You want to do a breakdown?
We can do a small one.
Whatever
Let me
you
tell you,
want.
we can start here why I'm disappointed in you. For one, all of Jimmy's shots were direct.
Direct.
From when he went to the Breakfast Club
Yeah.
to when he dropped this freestyle.
Yep.
All of them, there were no subliminals. There was no, oh my God, who did he repossess? No. He said, yo, your brother.
Yep.
He's calling him out. So that's why I'm kind of surprised by
I'm not
you.
mad at that.
You feel
The-
me?
the
Two,
Kanye-
I like the fact that you brought up him getting that beat. Because that's a fact. That is no easy.
No, not at all.
That is Pharrell
Yeah.
produced. You know what I'm saying? He's on it.
And the fact that he's on that beat tells me,
Yeah.
look, I know people too.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
get what I'm
because he
saying?
got it somehow.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't just you. I know you in Paris, LV, Pharrell, Hov, Beyond. I know where you are.
Yes.
But I'm still me too, and I could get your beat however you need it, even though your song is not out.
I like that.
So I appreciate that from Jim.
How'd you feel about? I want to answer the two of y'all. How did you? Let me put because I know Pierre talking shit. How did you guys feel about how Jim Jones presented his diss?
Oh, I think. Okay, actually, I saw a lot in the comments that people were like, "See, he's doing it in front of the bodega, and then Pusha T is in Paris with LV. It's different classes to this, whatever." But I felt that wasn't really a valid critique because, like, why does that
Matter.
matter?
I was so disappointed in
Because I
that.
feel like when you bring that up, it's giving classist. Not gonna lie, because why is being at a fashion show in Paris and LV way more impressive, like automatically way more impressive based on who?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Can we first and foremost like big up a black platform from the block?
Yep.
You
That got like a big look.
You niggas love these brands, boy. I like them too, but y'all be dragging it.
OD.
And y'all show y'all ass every time some shit happens.
Yeah.
Y'all did not one time big up the black platform that Jim Jones decided to go to. You feel me? Y'all talking about some, oh, he was on the street. Yeah. Oh, he looked like a bum. Oh, he was like, fam, if anything was closer to hip hop.
Yeah, it was that.
I think it was how Jim served it. You feel what I'm saying? Not for nothing. And then another thing that got me tight was, oh my God, like Bernard Arnault, who is like LVMH, like president head. Oh my God, Bernard Arnault. Pusha T presented the verse right next to Bernard Arnault, and he was sitting next to Jay-Z. You dick suckers. You fucking dick suckers. He don't know y'all. He don't even know what's going on. Yeah. You feel me? So just some points that, you know, I wanted to make very early on. Yeah. And now to your point, SaVon, about, you know, we went viral about Arby's.
Yeah. Say that.
My boy Jim was saying shit like the only beef you know, nigga, is Arby's or the Big Mac.
Yep.
Okay.
And say the Kanye
I'm
one.
not gonna...
And say the Kanye one. The Kanye one is my favorite one, Pierre. I'm so glad you brought that up because I'm so surprised by you, SaVon. He said, yo, Kanye gave you whips, but that's what they do to the slaves. So if we really want to keep it a buck bar for bar, who got grittier, who got in the mud, who was really sending direct shots, I got to give round one to Jimmy. That's for sure.
Same.
I'm sorry. See, Pusha's was so clean.
Yeah.
Pusha's was, he didn't say nothing. Tell me, I told you this last week, SaVon, give me one bar.
And
oh my God. Oh no, hold on, Pierre.
Yeah.
The spirit of repossession. Oh, y'all was loving that one all week on Twitter. I got something for y'all, stupid. He went and got a new house after that.
Yeah.
I want you, like,
but and again, like you really,
and
but
answer that.
every week, because I didn't come here on this energy, bro. I didn't. But now you doing a lot. You putting mad sauce on Push right now, like, and I'm just here like an Arby's sandwich. I'm just eating it. I'm like, wait, damn, nigga, like you are going crazy. Did you know Jim Jones had a house that was repossessed?
I did. Now what?
Did the public know?
Everybody
was
did.
that a general thing? When you look at Jim Jones, did you think, damn, house repossession?
He went up to Hot 97 with Funk Flex and cried. Do we forget? And cried. And it went Yo, he became a meme. Yeah. He literally cried with Funk Flex. And I think it was Funk Flex, right?
I believe so.
I believe so. And was literally like, yeah, man. He was giving it up about how hard his life has been and about a lot of the shit he had to do, like buying bags for his wife, even though he ain't have it. None of that shit was like cutting edge.
He giving Pusha props because he does his homework.
Okay,
but that's not just enough.
Pierre said that you give Push his props because he does his homework. And I'm so glad you brought that up because you're right. It's not enough. I don't give a fuck if you got a death file on everybody about this, and that. Let's go to Drake and Push real quick, right? Pusha won that because he revealed that Drake was a father. Let's keep it a buck.
That was no, that was a major reason.
It was the reason.
But there was.
Let's keep it a buck.
If you want, we could do a breakdown on that too. It was more than that. It was I hurt you. I affected you.
SaVon.
Yes.
What was the one thing that
You're hiding a child.
So,
absolutely.
And the blackface picture.
So I don't see, but I came in last week and told you I thought, you know, he was gonna be ended off that. You're hiding a child, SaVon, does not scream lyricism. Yeah. So for all y'all, but what?
You keeping it like, bro, when people have these whatever nuance, these battles, there's nuances to it. It's like attributes in fucking 2K. So presentation does matter to me. What do you, like, your knowledge, doing your homework, your research, it does matter. Like, if we go back to Ether Takeover, right?
It matters.
When Hove and Jay, they was talking about things only they knew about.
It's true.
That contributes to the beef. It's not just the lyrics. And if we're talking about lyrics, Pusha T's lyric, like, it wasn't far off. What? I think Jim Jones was a lot more direct. If you want to call it hip hop, sure.
If you want to call it hip hop.
No, I'm just saying, like, no. Obviously, it's fucking hip hop. But you trying to say, oh, his beef was more hip hop because he said his name and because he said this and he was more direct. When I think some of the best art, because hip hop is still an art form, the best art is packaging. And Pusha T, his delivery was amazing, bro. Me putting out a diss record with Hove just nodding his head, like again. the optics of it matters. Presentation, it matters.
But
Delivery,
that's not what they told me.
Delivery matters. The same reason that I gave Jim Jones credit for getting that beat, right? I'm like, yo, you get a point for that, because a lot of people didn't pay attention. The fact that he was able to get that beat, a song that's not out, and still rap over it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm giving him a point for that. That had nothing to do with lyricism, but it plays a factor in the battle. So I think it's more than just the lyrics or what was said or what wasn't said. I think the packaging of it plays a part in it. And when Jim Jones was doing his phone calls on the Joe Budden podcast, he revealed a lot. And one of the things he said is, yo, don't make this go left. Don't make this go left, right? His default is always, we could take it there, we could take it there. We know Jim, he's not backing down from nothing.
He also said on no street shit. I don't want to
misquote. Of course.
Okay.
He said both. Two things can be true.
Sure.
But what I'm saying is, like, if we're talking music, if we're talking art, I think all of it is encompassing.
If we talking music, if we talking art, I agree with you. What they said in our YouTube comments this week, what the discourse I've seen on Twitter was, this is a rap battle, let's keep it rap. So if we want to keep it rap, going off the lyrics and the verses off of round one, Jim got it.
Yeah.
He called your brother a crackhead, and then ad-libbed 2 for 5s. No, don't say okay, because no.
That's
low-hanging
fruit.
It's not low-hanging fruit.
Why are you accepting low-hanging fruit as lyricism?
Can I finish? Because it's a family member. And when you called out one of Drake's family members, you sat here and told me in this chair it don't matter. You didn't sit here and tell me it was low-hanging fruit.
It wasn't his family member.
What do you mean it wasn't his son? Drake's son is not his family. How much more family could you be? What are we talking about?
The reason that the Drake reveal was so big is because it was a reveal. We didn't know that the biggest rapper in the world had a child.
I understand what you're saying.
Something that means you did your homework. You knew the assignment. That's why it's not about it being a family member. It's the fact that, yo, nobody knows. You're promoting the album. You got a new merch line coming out. You're supposed to be the most transparent nigga in your music. We love you, this and that. And you have a kid and nobody knew. And I revealed that. A nigga, I told you, leave me alone. Don't fuck with me. I revealed that. That's what it's not about. That's being his family. When it comes to Jim Jones saying like, "Oh, you look like a crackhead." So we saying the same thing.
So we're basically saying that. So you're basically saying that the trump card was his revelation and not quote unquote his bars, right? That's basically what you're saying.
No, I'm not.
That's basically what you're saying to me because
you're trying to box in my arguments.
But you ain't let me finish any of my arguments. Thank you. So. You brought up the whole low-hanging fruit thing about his brother. You did that, not me. I'm addressing that point. Everything else you said, nigga, I agree with that shit. Okay, cool. So for round one, if we talking about the what rap is supposed to be, being disrespectful, being cutthroat, isn't this all this shit Push was saying after he talked about what's the name's family? He literally said, yo, you talked about my wife. Like, bro, so now Jim did the same shit with Push, and y'all niggas is telling me Push's subliminals is tougher than him calling a nigga a crackhead? No, it's not.
I think it matters on like what you value, because if you value like the direct shots, then of course Jim's better. But if you value the subliminals, doing the deep dives and like doing the everything else and doing your homework and all that, then they think that.
In a rap battle, who do you think should win? Subliminals or directs?
But it's not.
It's just like what about what you value? Directs. I feel like,
and this is the thing. It's not subliminal. It's not subliminal because everybody knew who it was about when it came out.
Everybody knew who it was about, but you ain't say it.
Just because I didn't sit there and say your name a million times, like you said my name in a million interviews, I don't need to say your name to let people know I'm talking about you. You know I'm talking about you. Everybody knows I'm talking about you. So it's not subliminal. It wasn't just a bar. It wasn't just a line. It was a whole 16. It was a whole verse. It was nothing subliminal about it. It just was packaged in a different way. Like Reggie said, I think maybe I appreciate that approach a little bit more than you. But
let's take another.
Let me go back to the crackhead bar, right? You called.
He ad-libbed 2 for 5s.
And that's dope. And maybe you highlight and value ad-libs more than I appreciate creativity.
That's creativity, though.
But
yeah, it is.
That's creativity.
Yes,
Screaming out 2 for 5s after talking about crackhead. Anybody who's been in that.
If you are a rapper, bro, that's slicing shit. But keep going. Keep going.
We talking about Malice, Pusha T's brother. He said he looked like a crackhead. In my opinion, maybe he doesn't look the healthiest. We've seen artists, actors, entertainers be in the spotlight and not look the healthiest, or weight loss, whatever. We don't know, right? So we have no idea what's up with Malice and his appearance. But Jim Jones said he looks like a crackhead, right? Very easy, direct. You know what a crackhead looks like. Straight to the point. I value me. This is just me. There was a bar about 40 in his diss where he said, tick, tick, tick. Your nigga looks sick, sick, sick. Whatever that bar is, the creativity is, he could have easily said, yo, he looks like a crackhead. He could have easily said, your man looks like he's dying. He could have easily said it.
Semantics.
But it's not semantics. I'm giving you an example. It's a one-off. It's, yo, we're talking about two people who may not look the greatest from a physical standpoint and how they both packaged it. I value that because he didn't have to say, your man 40's dying off a sick. Like,
but you know what, though?
It was
Can I agree with you?
approach.
Can I agree with you? Okay, so he did that with Drake. That's my whole point. So
sure.
the fact that Jim did it to Push, you don't think you should give Jim that point for bringing that type of... Granted, he didn't do it how Push did it to Drake, but you don't think you should give Jim that point for bringing it here? You don't think he gets that point?
I'll give him a point for that.
Thank you.
I'll give him a point for personalizing it.
Okay, thank you.
Because now it's personalized in that sense, right?
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
I'll give him that
Thank
point.
you.
But again, like I said, I appreciate the creativity behind the packaging from what Pusha T said.
Reggie, let's talk about another ball. You're chasing a feature that's out your element. That's not super like lyrical miracle. I know Drake has a song called Elevate, right? Yeah.
Elevate, yeah.
I don't think he has a song called Element.
Yeah, elevate.
Can I just make this quick like aha moment? Who the fuck doesn't want a Drake feature? Yeah. So
Pusha T.
again, okay, and he's the minority on that, nigga. You go rap with your
might
Coco
be a minority.
homies. Go rap with your old Coco homies and Pharrell and them niggas. Who cares? Everybody else, they want a Drake feature. So again, but hold on.
I think he's talking about like the way he's going about it.
Nah, I feel it. No,
And that's the creativity behind it.
I know.
And there's a lot of niggas who don't want a Drake feature or don't need a Drake
Like
feature.
if you were dissing like Big Sean and then you said this like, oh, you're chasing a feature out your element, it's just like, okay,
I'm talking
you want a
about-
Drake feature. But this in the context of Jim Jones, that matters more, I feel like.
I'm talking about who hurt who more.
That's true.
That is what rap battle is about, bro. This is if you realize all the points I'm making today, I'm talking about what struck harder. You feel me? We all know Push is talented and he's super surgical, bro. The nigga said you're chasing a feature that's out your element. Fam, you could very well say that about anyone that wants a Drake feature. So again, how crazy was that bar for real, man? Yo, the Nick, bro, we really gotta go through Jim
again,
shit,
bro.
I see what you're saying.
I get what you're
on,
saying.
bro.
From when I hear somebody say you're chasing a feature out of your element, I hear you're not worthy. I hear he doesn't think you're worthy. He, being Drake, doesn't think you're worthy for a feature.
That's fair.
You get what I'm saying?
That's
I
fair.
don't just hear, of course, it would help every artist in the world
Who doesn't want a
probably
Drake feature?
if they had a Drake feature. But I don't hear it as that. For him to even acknowledge it, he don't fuck with Drake. So in a way, he's complimenting Drake. Like, you're chasing a feature that's out of your element. A nigga who's so far up here that I don't fuck with, you're chasing that. He doesn't even value you enough to give you that. You're chasing something that you can't get. That's how I hear it. That's how
and
I
also
see
like
it.
man to man, like why are you chasing? And like some people may think that was more disrespectful, and some people may not be like, who the hell cares?
You want to know what I don't like? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, right? And this is not you, SaVon. This is more the internet.
Let's do it.
We should be treating hip hop like a sport. Let me break this more down, right? We have players like LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard's, just your legends, you know what I'm saying, that epitomize what an overall best player type vibe is, right? Your Steph Currys of the world, right? Like we've always had that in sports, right? So why can't we do that when it comes to rap? It's like we pick and choose when we can give somebody the credit when we all play in the same sport, right? So a Jim Jones, he might not be a sharpshooter. Maybe he's a defender like, I'm sorry for all the women, shout out to the women that do know about basketball. Maybe he's a defender like a Marcus Smart. But we love Marcus Smart and what he brings.
And we need him.
And we need him. You feel what I'm saying? Only in hip hop is when we could start like playing semantics and picking and choosing. And we can literally do the same for Push. We can literally call Push just a sharpshooter that stays in the corner. Why can't we just all view it that way? More like, okay, yo, this is this person's strengths. This is this person's strengths. It's all a sport, and they're just throwing shit at each other.
Yeah, but that analogy will make both of you guys like right.
But
what
you
guys
can't,
are saying.
You can't have
like
two.
that will be like, oh, we're just focusing on like him, like the fashion show packaging and all that, and then you like the direct bars, and you guys are highlighting that, which makes which is like supporting both of you guys.
And I kind of wanted to bring that up to support both of us. I ain't gonna lie to you because that was the internet discourse I was seeing. Again,
you did say that. Sorry, you did say that.
This really had nothing to do with SaVon, but I just saw so much disrespect. And then you know what got me more tight, y'all? These are the same people that have been calling Jim Jones the best rapper post Dipset. These are the same people that every time he
and
drops.
you don't like when people switch up.
Yeah, I don't like that
but
shit.
I'm
Now
not-
y'all niggas says, oh, he's trash. Like, yo, y'all don't like hip hop. Say y'all don't like hip hop. Say y'all like what y'all like. I'd rather y'all say y'all like what y'all like. Don't say y'all like hip hop.
But
It's all a sport.
with that point about Dipset, like none of them are the strongest lyricists.
I know.
Cam faded like
but
he
Jim
had a
wasn't,
time.
No, you're right. But Jim wasn't the lyricist at all in the group. So
He
for
wasn't.
y'all
He wasn't.
right? So for y'all to say that he has been the best post Dipset.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all. For y'all to just switch up and say, "Oh, nah, I can't believe how many I'm trash."
Oh, and then turn around and be like, "Oh, he's not even lyrical."
That
like,
shit is crazy.
Yeah,
But
okay,
again,
get
I
what you're
think
That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy.
Last week I said it, and I gotta bring this back again. I think it's a regionally based conversation when it comes to Jim Jones, more so than it comes to Pusha T. I think his battle, however you feel about the battle with Drake, it put Pusha T in a larger light for more people to be aware of who he is.
Yeah.
Like it
That's
did.
why. That's
it
why I'd
does.
be excited for y'all Push fans. Yo.
Why?
It only be lit for them when he get in the beef.
Yeah.
That's not true because he's selling out. He's on tour. He sold out a tour overseas.
I
What
don't
are you
hear
talking
y'all
about?
Pusha T fans
But
talk
why
about him.
But you don't gotta
every-
hear it for it to be
until right
successful.
now.
Yo, P.
If a tree falls in a
Y'all
fucking forest and
yo.
you don't hear it, did it not fall?
But
the nigga's still moving units.
But if the other trees around them could talk, I hope they would say something.
He's still Grammy nominated.
I'm talking to y'all fans that don't be talking about Pusha T all throughout the year.
That's not true.
It's mad true.
You know me.
I feel like can't
It's
you say
mad
it about
true.
Jim Jones too?
Nobody talks about Jim Jones' music.
I feel like you could say that for like Jim
We don't
Jones.
talk
What?
about his music ever.
Yes, we do. These are the same niggas that just said he was the best, and that's not an East Coast
Yes, we
regional
do.
thing, bro.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
so
not.
East Coast,
No,
bro.
it's not.
It is so.
No, it's not.
A New
I'm
York.
not
Jim
sitting
Jones
here-
is a New York staple, and I will give him that.
That's cool.
Outside of New York, bro. And I don't mean this disrespectfully. I'm talking about from a fan, casual people, whatever. He's not moving the needle, and maybe Push isn't either, right? I don't know.
That's all
maybe
I'm
he's
saying.
Not.
Y'all niggas turn this nigga in a hole
I'm
every time we
giving
get
you
into a
that.
beef.
I'm
I hate
giving you
y'all.
that.
I hate y'all Pusha T fans,
Okay,
yo.
I
Because
agree
he
with
earned
that.
Y'all
it.
turned him into hove
It's like
because
the
he got
second
3
coming-
hoes. Yeah.
like the second coming to
They
Jesus.
treat
Well,
this
I
nigga
don't know,
like-
what he did
I
was
hate
pretty
that shit,
remarkable,
bro.
though.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
What was pretty
Like,
remarkable?
The
What he
entire
did-
situation
The Drake?
with Drake.
I think that was like.
All right, let's get into that real
Do
quick,
y'all-
Reggie. Reggie,
God, bro.
You wanna know why I feel like this is so different for Push?
Okay.
Hey, yo, Jim wasn't on Degrassi. He wasn't the actor turn. No, he was really doing whatever the fuck he said he was doing.
Yeah, he was about
so,
that.
yes, we know that Drake got all the hits. We know Drake is like Teflon. We know he's the GOAT of the generation. We know all of that shit. But, my nigga, when it got down to it, like, again, having to take out the files look a little different. Now, let me go on. Let me talk to Push real quick. I already know what you about to do. Because you did say you know where he delicate at. So here's some things Jim should watch out for.
And that's what that's the creativity that I'm talking
But
about.
I love sport. So I can do both sides. I'm tight at the niggas that can't do both sides.
Got it.
Y'all could be a Pusha T fan and still address like, yo, I'm not gonna front. He lost round 1 because it wasn't like y'all could, but y'all don't want to
more
do
I
that.
don't believe he
Yeah,
lost round one.
And I feel you.
I don't believe he lost round one.
That's crazy. I feel you.
Nothing says he lost round one to me.
That's crazy.
I think that Jim Jones, like, it's a fight now. Like, he got punched in the mouth. But that don't mean you won the round because you got a good hit. I think Jim Jones got a really good hit. I think he responded remarkably.
Yeah, it was
like you
oh,
said,
the
it's
point
hip-hop.
here.
Yeah,
Like you both said
and
that.
boom, all right, now we here. Now it's time for Push to respond.
This is crazy. I would never think that it would be them two, but now it's showing up that this is like gonna be a good fight for like
love this.
like a lot of reasons.
For me, I think it even goes deeper than that. I think even the affiliations kind of goes like deep. Like Jim Jones and Dipset, Rockefeller, Jay-Z, like they had their issues at some point too. You get what I'm saying? So I think that just adds another element, the fact that whether Jay-Z knew or not, and if I'm being honest, I think Jay-Z probably knew, right? I don't think Pusha T would put him in that space without Hove not knowing, like, this is probably about to come. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Dipset and Hove and Jay-Z and Cameron and all of those guys, they weren't best of friends. They had tension in their own buildings between their own camps, right?
Yeah.
Like seeing Cameron and Hove on the stage a few years ago, that was a big thing in New York because it was like, oh shit, these niggas ain't really fuck with each other like that.
Yeah.
So I think there's other elements that go into it too, where you got people who, let me not say they pulling the strings, but I'm sure they're paying close attention to it.
I hear that.
I'm sure they're paying close attention to it. And I do want to also say, but again, it wasn't said in the music, but I'll give them a point for this because I didn't think about this. Jim Jones said, who's gonna spin a block for you? Right? And not on some street shit, but musically.
Right.
Who's gonna pull up for you and defend your honor or come? Is Hove gonna get in this you know what I'm saying?
Don't Push
in this
doesn't need
arena,
it. Yeah.
is Pharrell gonna get in this arena with you?
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
your brother, cool.
Yeah.
He been away.
I feel like
he
Pharrell
been,
would not do that.
not
Yeah.
at all.
He too
And
happy
he-
with-
He's
well,
just past that, you know.
I don't
like-
believe any of those guys. Well, the Kanye affiliation's not there. Like, who are your alliances? Basically, is what I heard when Jim Jones said that, right?
Yeah.
And it made me think about it. As a Push fan, I started to think like, okay, so a lot of his alliances are with people who aren't in this space, like a Pharrell or a Hove, right? They're not gonna insert themselves into this. You know, good music is no longer a thing. So somebody like a Big Sean, I don't see him coming caping for Pusha T. So it made me think about that too. Like, he made a lot of valid points, and I think he did a phenomenal job. But again, maybe it's my bias, right? The same way I accuse the New York people of being biased when it comes to Jim Jones and Dipset, I gotta acknowledge my bias and being a fan of Push.
Now, granted, I'm not saying, yo, Jimmy, my man, what up? I'm not saying Jim's flow is the tightest on that. I ain't gonna lie, like, Pusha T has a very good way of making this luxurious flow. You hear every single word he says. He accentuates on the word he wants you to pay attention to, right? So I think maybe that's why some of the Jim Jones lyrics went over some people's heads. But I do implore y'all to go to Genius and see what Jim Jones was saying, and let's treat it for sport, you know? Again, please leave what you feel in the comments. This is heating up. I'm excited. Yo, Cameron is out here supporting Jimmy. I saw him make a post.
That was nice.
That was super dope.
Yeah.
It feel like it's heating up. I love this energy.
Yeah.
And again, I still stand on the plateau of this is different. This is good. This is different for Push. This is
is.
This
I
is
didn't
different.
think it would turn into like song to song, like back and forth. I
said
thought it
it.
would just be like Jim Jones, like
Talking shit.
and then
Yeah.
I didn't know it was gonna be like
I'm
this.
so impressed.
But it's
I am so-
entertaining.
I am so impressed. I didn't think any of this. So
Yeah, me neither.
we'll see what comes from this, man. Oh, that's the point I didn't finish with real quick. I know where you're delicate at. I'm gonna end on this. I know Push is probably gonna get into his girl. Mags.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm gonna tell you my
I don't think
predictions.
okay.
I'm gonna tell you my predictions. I think
You
he's
really
gonna
think
get.
he would do that?
I think he's gonna get into his girl. I think he's gonna get into
That'd be kind of
the
crazy.
Dipset shit. I think he's gonna get into. I'm gonna leave it there for now.
All right. I mean,
see what happens.
there's a. Ooh, I just thought of one. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say. That's why I stopped
I'm not
talking.
gonna
That's
say
why I
it.
stopped talking.
But there's one.
That's why I stopped
And-
talking.
I'm not gonna say
That's why I stopped talking. Jim, my
I'll
man.
say it off air.
Jim, my man. Jim, my man. I stopped.
We live in New York, Reggie. We be outside, like you just said, at the top of this pod.
Okay.
And I don't know who the fuck we gonna run into. I am not gonna say the one that's on my mind. But Alex, I see where you're going.
Cool.
And I do want to play this because I think it's important for
As a
everybody to be
lyricist, do
reminded.
you always keep something in the chamber just in case?
Man, as a lyricist, I got a file of just fire for whatever.
Why you
Now,
keep
is that
thinking
for
about
different
niggas?
artists as well?
That's for
just
everything.
In case,
That's for the
somebody step
world.
out of line, let me go
That's
into
a
the
file cabinet full of death.
That's corny. Nobody thinking about you, but you got a whole file
Yeah, that's
cabinet
kinda
worth
crazy.
of niggas shit.
Of
That's
every-
not
of
weird.
everybody.
Like,
That's
y'all push it.
preparation.
Y'all
That's
push your teeth. You right. That's prep.
preparation. See, it's just about what you value. Like, do you
I
value people
appreciate
being prepared, or do you value people like just not doing that?
Because
shit?
you know the niggas that's hating on you. You know the niggas that
Okay,
don't like you. You
that's
know
fair.
the
And
niggas.
it's like, yo, if we ever had a beef,
You know.
Open up the
you
file
know.
cabinet.
So why not? Why wouldn't I?
and
be
then
in
there's
that
people
way?
like Alex who think like, why do you even have to do that? Like, you
Nah,
know,
I think
Nobody's
along
thinking
those
different.
terms
It's
too,
just
because it's like,
different
why do you have all of that? What if it never comes to fruition? You just got mad stuff
It's
there for no
fine.
reason.
Or
I'm-
Mad Men. You just got mad files.
I'm gonna give you another example.
What?
I'm gonna give you another example.
That's not fly
because-
shit.
I'm one of the file
Everybody was
cabinet
like,
people.
Yeah, but it's like to an
Nah.
extent.
I'm more impressed with the you don't see it coming, but you still
But
got
Pierre,
fire.
that's cap. That's cap. Because every week you get on this podcast
With the
and you talk.
receipts.
No,
Talk to me.
the receipts.
Oh.
And you know why I work out, man? Because in case it ever goes
talking about
off,
lyrics.
I work out because in case I ever need to defend myself
I'm
or I
talking about
gotta
lyrics.
fight
You did
or
say
protect
that.
my woman, I gotta make sure that I'm always healthy and I'm fit and
what's
I'm
that gotta-
brolic and I'm
Okay,
like,
what's that
fuck
gotta do
out of
with
here.
the
That's the
person?
same sentiment
I'm
of
talking
what he
about-
just said.
I'm
No.
talking about
yeah,
lyrics.
you did say just in case.
I did say that, but I'm talking about lyrics.
So if I take this shit serious,
Okay.
why wouldn't I always be prepared? If I take this shit serious, I'm gonna be ready for whatever, and it don't mean I gotta. And the beautiful
but
thing
go have
about
sex
this,
with your girl,
the
bro.
beautiful thing about this, he just had a baby. He does. So the beautiful thing about this
That was good.
you know everything.
is
That's good.
He a fan, Pete. He a fan.
he didn't start it.
Okay.
So yes, I got a file cabinet.
Okay.
But it's not like I started this shit. This came to my doorstep.
Yeah.
So now that it's here, the same reason Pierre works out to protect himself,
utilize the file.
his woman, his family, when he has a baby, protect his child.
Yeah.
It's the same reason I got a file cabinet full of death, nigga.
Hey, not for nothing though. I am hyped for Pusha T fans, yo. This y'all time, yo. Y'all
It's
back.
always our time. It's always our time.
was a little
It's always our
condescending.
time when niggas want to pop up. Like, don't
Yo,
say
B.
don't say Candyman. Don't say his name.
Kendrick
That's
Lamar?
it. Don't say Candyman.
That's my Candyman.
No, for what? Who he did? What he did?
Control.
Who he battled, nigga?
Control.
Who he battled?
Control.
He's scared to say Drake name.
Control has.
He's scared to say Drake name.
Control. That control verse he did with Big Sean have left these rap niggas panties in a bunch for over a decade.
Who the
so
fuck
you know who
had-
Candyman is, nigga.
Who's battle tested?
Now you right.
He won't say Drake name.
Who's ba-
Everybody else will say Drake name before Kendrick
Who was
Lamar.
Pusha T battle tested before
he
Drake?
won't say it.
Who was Pusha T battle tested before Drake?
Lil
Fuck
Wayne,
outta here.
all the Cash Money.
Oh, please.
All the Cash
it was
Money got it.
Subliminals, like how he do. He loves Subliminals. I
All
know.
the Cash
But-
Money got it. It ain't subliminal if you know who
Yeah,
I'm
say.
talking about.
Turn up, say.
All of y'all niggas know who I'm talking about you.
Turn up, say.
Wayne, I'm talking about you. Baby, I'm talking about you. Drake, I'm talking about you. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Jim Jones, you too. I don't need to say y'all niggas' name, and that's a part of being creative and being a dope rapper, being
Creative.
a hip hop nigga.
Let me tell you something.
I don't need to say your name to get my shit off. And like I said with this whole Kendrick Lamar shit, he ain't battle nobody.
That's fair.
Everybody know him and Drake.
That's
There's
fair.
something there.
That's fair.
Nobody want to
I don't
jump
think
off that
Kendrick will
cliff.
ever be in a battle. Ever.
I want to see him in one so bad.
I don't think he ever will. Just like where he is in,
Yeah.
in his life, I feel like he'll never do it.
I wanna
He'd
see
be
him-
like meditating and shit.
I want to see him in one so bad, but again, salute all the Push fans, man. It's your time.
You know the real Candyman, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Yo, go.
You know who Candyman is.
Crazy.
Say his name 3 times. He gonna show
y'all
up.
Y'all got like 2 more months.
You know where he gonna show up in Paris,
and then
nigga.
pack it up.
He gonna show up in
the rest of the
Dubai,
year.
Thailand, Japan, Tokyo. Wherever you say his name is where he pop
Yo,
up.
Oh my
Fuck out
God.
of here.
no,
so
Pierre,
impressive.
Pierre with the ad libs, like pack it up.
Fuck out of here.
Y'all got about another
little
month. Go
ad-libs.
crazy. I'm hyped for y'all. I'm supporting y'all. I love seeing y'all banter. I don't see y'all on the timeline
They
all,
like-
all throughout the year,
you
so
know
it's
what?
good to
They
see
Like,
y'all.
it's like
And
Christmas for
You know
them.
what?
It's good to see
At
y'all.
least you know we exist. I'm glad to know we got introduced to Jim Jones fans.
What?
Yo,
I ain't
Jim,
gonna lie.
don't do that. Jimmy got mad fans.
He
You
laughed.
talk
That's
about
crazy.
Dipset all the time, so you know he got fans. Exactly. So, salute to
I ain't
y'all,
even gonna
man.
do
I'll be
that.
keeping up
You
with
know
y'all
why?
Push fans,
'Cause
yo.
you
Same,
know
Love
this
y'all.
nigga get me
Love
tight.
y'all.
I'm
Yo,
from New
yo,
York.
Push fans,
Yeah.
right? Leave a comment. It's your time.
Yeah,
That's
enjoy,
all they do.
Flood it.
That's all they do.
Enjoy your life.
This your time. I love this. We only really hear from you about once every other
Once a year.
Anyway, listen, man. Please leave how y'all feel in the comments. We are gonna keep y'all abreast on the situation.
Facts.
Round 1, I got.
Yeah, because it's only round 1.
Okay, so let's do a quick assessment and end it. Who you?
Yeah.
Alex, I have Jim round 1.
I got Jimmy.
Pierre has Jim round 1.
We already
got
know who
Pusha
SaVon
T.
got.
Reggie, where you at with it? Indifferent?
Choose right.
I'm
Push.
gonna plead the 5th.
Okay, that's
That's
Reggie's pleading
Jimmy.
the 5th.
That's Jimmy.
Yo, not Pete. Maybe by like the 2nd or 3rd round, Reggie,
Okay.
because it's gonna get
I'm
nasty.
enjoying just listening.
Nah, I know.
I enjoy that.
It's about to get muddy.
Nah,
so.
it definitely is.
About to get muddy.
I'm not mad at that, man.
Me either,
And
man.
with all this rap news, we missed some other news.
Yeah.
This past week because of the Submarine tragedy last week. We talked about it last week. Kind of made some jokes about it. I'm still a little indifferent about it. I don't wish that to
Kinda.
happen to anybody, but I also it's hard
Yeah,
for me.
I
to
want you
feel
to
bad.
know
I ain't gonna
that
lie.
Pierre almost deleted our episode last week.
Bro, I tried to save you.
He's like, guys, we're gonna
tried
get
to-
canceled.
Boy, oh boy.
But you know what though? The internet shared a lot of our sentiments that we shared in this room. Like
Oh, no, they did.
Right? Like a lot of
Definitely did.
confusion. Yeah, there was jokes here and there, right?
Definitely
But the
did.
general consensus was confusion of like, so you know, there's more developments have come out. Pierre, you could be on standby because I know you got some more fun facts that you might want to shoot at
Yeah.
us. There's been more developments. What we didn't mention last week was that you know, they were using a Logitech controller to control, and this is something I learned. It's a submersive, not a submarine.
Yeah.
A submersive doesn't come up; it can only go down.
Wait, how does it come back up?
So-
Wait, how does it come back up then?
A submersive doesn't. A submarine does.
Wait, no, like if you're in a submersive, how does it come back up?
It
Like,
doesn't. I'm trying to tell you, Reggie, it doesn't.
No, like at the end of their expedition, like how do they?
They were
Come back-
controlling it with the.
Yeah, there's thrusters and ballasts. There's a couple things on it where the
How
ballast.
do you know this?
I'm a bit of a science buff, but basically
Aw.
there was some type of weights on it where after a certain amount of time in the salt water it dissolves. So if it passed that certain threshold, the weights would drop and then it would help it, I guess, maintain positive buoyancy. And then
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
no, okay.
Now you impressing me. Keep talking.
But basically there were fail safes and systems designed on the submersive that was in a dire situation that it would help it come back up. But for some reason, and we'll get into it in a little bit, it didn't happen.
Well, I think a lot of the facts are out, so we don't necessarily have to like cover it that extensively.
Yeah.
Pierre, thank you for having that information.
Yeah.
And Alex, I didn't know that, right?
No,
Like,
yeah, I wasn't laughing at Pierre because I was very impressed that you knew every little term. I was just laughing at how I just kept asking Alex, "Wait, how does it come back up?" He's like, "It doesn't." I'm like, "Alex, no, but how does it like go like up?" It doesn't. That's what I was laughing at.
It's created like that. I was like, wait,
Nah,
what?
see, and
But then why would you like go in the?
So
I'm sorry. Let me stop.
no, you good. I thought that it was interesting how it took over our news cycle. And there was a video I came across on Instagram that I want you to take a listen to and form your own thoughts, form your own opinions, do your own research on it. But I thought it was very interesting and informative.
Is it conspiracy?
It stuck with you?
All week I've been fascinated with this story. Billionaire trapped in the bottom of the sea in search of the Titanic.
Oh, he's
It'll
Asian.
take 6 hours to get there and only 8 hours of oxygen. Suspense. Will they live? Will they die? Duped by the fucking media. Again. Monday, the Titan is missing. Tuesday, there's a banging sound. Wednesday, they're running out of air. Thursday, oh no, we found the wreckage. But the entire time, they knew it was BS. US Navy knew the sub already blew up on Sunday. But they distracted us, again, to hide the news cycle. What happened this week? Let's do a quick recap on what you missed. JP Morgan and Jeffrey Epstein emails were released. And now they have just mistakenly deleted 47 million emails. Joe Biden is undergoing an impeachment vote in the House, or at least trying. The Pentagon fat-fingered the Titan. All week I've been
I was about to tell you to.
Sorry.
I was about to tell you to cite your source, the way you like to look over at me, but he started giving it up at the end. I know some of that shit he talking about.
And it was
at
an
the end.
Asian man speaking, so he just is right.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get an Asian nigga to say your shit. How about that?
Yo,
Fuck
it's
out
crazy.
here.
No, okay,
It's
so
crazy. That's
I know we
crazy.
have a lot. We all have comments, but the fact that the Navy knew right away that it imploded like on Sunday, is that true? Like they dead ass knew?
Asian
Is that
nigga
a
said
fact?
So
The Asian nigga said it. Gotta be real.
So real quick, right? So the ocean makes a lot of sounds, and from what was reported on
Word, the ocean mad big.
from what they were from the report that came out. From the report that came out, they said they heard periodic banging sounds, which was, from what they were saying, 30 minutes apart.
Two whales fucking.
But what? But basically, if like, there's no way to confirm whether it was
them
man-made or not. But what they're saying is they heard a loud implosion on Sunday, which would then indicate that that's when, the submarine imploded and then everything else, so all search and rescue efforts thereafter were pretty much the farce. So,
Because once I started to realize the whole pressure thing, right? So this is another thing I learned. The Titanic wreckage was about 13,000 feet down.
3,800 meters.
This nigga even know the meters. So once I started realizing, this is where my brain went, right? It went, okay, so are people actually supposed to get that low? Wouldn't the rescue crew probably like die or something like that? So once I started realizing like discrepancy, because I had seen a graph of like normal waters and it was probably like around 3,000-4,000, which is crazy. And to see the image of the Titanic being at 13,000, I made my own assessment after we walked out of here. I'm like, this is not a.
And
Yeah, I think it's just a sad story all around. Again, one of the reasons I wanted to bring it back to light is because I wanted to spread some light on the Epstein emails, on the Biden impeachment. Like, again, super sad story. It happened. It's hard for me to feel bad for billionaires that do shit like this. Y'all know how I feel about eating the rich, essentially, right? It's sad, super sad. There was a kid on there. But yeah, I just wanted to spread awareness on some of the things that is happening in the government.
So wait, what happened with them Epstein emails? They said they said they got deleted?
Yeah, they
Quote,
said
unquote.
that there were 47 million emails deleted. They were supposed to come out last week.
I ain't gonna lie.
And there's a lot of people that was involved with Epstein, and every single time there's something that comes up with Epstein, something happened.
I'm glad they got rid of that nigga. You got. I'm sorry. That's one of the shit I don't give a fuck about. You have 47 million emails doing that nasty shit.
But like,
Well, it's other government officials, it's other actors, actresses, people that have been tied to him. So it's not just bringing him down. He's not what they care about. He's gone. He's out the way.
Yeah.
That's why they got him out the way, because he was going to reveal some of the people that are in power, that we know, that
were
are in
associated.
position, that was associated, and that was involved in some of the things that he was with. That's the speculation around it. So they try to say he killed himself, and even the day that he supposedly died, the cameras were off, the security guard was sleeping, and he hung himself. And I think he was in witness protection or some shit like that.
And even when they did the autopsy, they realized that they were the 2 bones in his neck or by his throat area. He couldn't have broken that to kill himself on his own. So it was definitely, from what they're saying,
That's how stupid they
wasn't
think y'all are.
self-induced.
They did the autopsy, and the autopsy said, he ain't kill himself, and this is what they want us to take. All right, y'all, pay attention to
That is
stuff.
so crazy because literally all of us were plagued with mad shit about the submarine, and I have not heard about this. The Epstein stuff.
And there
I
was
literally have not heard
And
about
Joe
it.
Biden. They're trying to
And Jonathan Majors.
and Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
We can get into that right now real quick.
We can actually do like a speed round of some of the things that we missed.
Okay, cool.
I got to talk about Rasby.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
I got to talk about Rasby.
Now, just quickly on Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors has been in court, and it's been going well for him, which is interesting because, we saw a lot of backlash and a lot of articles and a lot of banter and talk when he was accused of something. Now, let me read this today. Chaudhry, which is the young lady's name. I'm sorry. Chaudhry said that Majors met with the NYPD last week to present them with evidence of what really happened that night. This is from Newsweek.com, by the way. Within hours of viewing the evidence and conducting their own thorough investigation, the NYPD found probable cause to arrest Grace Jabari for assaulting Jonathan Majors. And I think that's really all you really need to hear. So I think right now, as a matter of fact, they're looking to put charges towards her. And that was just so interesting to me because damn, when he was accused of this shit, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
For me I had to search for this article.
Yeah.
Well, so we'll continue to pay attention to this, but
I will say I'm one of those people, one of the few people who admit to trying to separate the artist from the art. In his case, he's an actor. That's his artist, right? He hasn't been indicted on anything. So like you said, we're still following it. We're still seeing. But on my flight to LA, I got a chance to watch Creed 3.
He had some muscles in that shit, didn't he?
I didn't.
Do you guys want to talk? Not in depth, I know, but
No, we don't have to talk in depth. I was just gonna say he's just a phenomenal actor.
okay, he is.
Wow, you was ready to talk about his pecs?
No, I was ready to talk about how Creed 3 was I I thought that's what you were gonna say. Sorry.
I was his
No,
performance.
Michael. I support Michael B. Jordan because he's a Jersey King,
Me
and
too.
also Jonathan Majors. He's a great actor. I'm not talking about their acting, but just the storyline was just like
Wasn't doing it.
what? Anyway, so
No, for sure. I'm with you. 40-year-old man gets out of prison, comes heavyweight champion. Like I get
no,
it.
and like
It was
I'm like,
great.
who like cares? Like, why do you have to win this fight? Like, you know.
I didn't see how it ended. I watched everything up until their fight. I fell asleep. But
Well, you know what's gonna happen because it's very predictable.
his
I
performance.
should stop because I feel like this is gonna come bite me in the ass.
love
But
Reggie.
It could maybe, but yeah, that's it. I'm just one of those people who can separate the two. I thought he did a great job in that film. Every film or TV
Yeah, he
show
was-
that I
I thought
saw
he
him
was
in.
killing, huh?
Nah, he's
He
good.
was,
bro.
nah, he was
I'm
killing
not
that.
gonna
Nah,
lie.
say it. He was
he's
killing
good,
that
bro.
shit.
Nah, he killed that
He was
shit,
beating
bro.
that nigga up.
that's why he's booked and busy.
Nah, say it. Say yo right.
I'll
Come
just
on.
get
Say he was
mad
beating
because
that-
I
he was-
keep seeing Ezra Miller.
Ah.
And it's like, that's why I keep getting upset
Wait,
because
so is Flash out?
the Flash came out and it tanked.
you-
it
did
did
you
horrible.
watch it?
I didn't
Did
watch
you-
it.
did you watch-
Oh,
be
so then-
honest,
I didn't
did you
watch
watch
it.
it?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen it.
So it tanked. So maybe some people
Damn,
feel
it
the
tanked.
same.
Wait, it's a
It
Marvel
tanked.
movie.
No, it's DC.
Oh, sorry,
What's
it's a
the-
DC movie.
DC, it tanked. It didn't do good
Really?
internationally.
Damn.
Really?
It didn't
Okay.
do well domestically.
Okay.
I
See
think
what
a lot.
happens?
I think a lot of people
People, yeah.
stood on that. They kept that same energy.
I think so.
I think a lot of people did. And I heard the movie wasn't that good. But yeah, I just wanted to.
I thought the whole point was that this movie's so amazing that we have to put it out. Not
That-
from you. I'm saying like the people.
Yeah, I think that's what the sentiment was behind it. But it flopped.
Shit.
The people, the money talks, right? And if you lose money, that says something about you. And if it would have been
Never
a fucking
again.
blockbuster, massive smash, we would have saw this nigga in Flash too.
Yeah.
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie.
but-
And now look what they did.
Money
They released that movie with the problematic actor,
Yeah.
and it tanked.
Crazy stuff. Problematic. I gotta go to Rasby. Y'all
What
familiar with Rasby?
Nah.
We don't gotta stay here.
What-
I just
what
wanna
did he do?
like. There's a lot of listeners that listen to us and say, "Hey, I want to follow in a similar path as y'all. Like, how'd you get here? And we appreciate all the love. I promise, I truly do. Salute to you. I want y'all to know when keeping it real just goes wrong in real time. Okay, so I'm gonna play something for you.
Okay.
And I need y'all to listen.
Nigga, quick, nigga, 6-0, quick, nigga.
Wait. I don't know if y'all heard
Just a
that.
quick public service announcement. I stopped playing about me.
My fault. That's wrong story.
He started dropping the set.
But that's what I needed. That's what keeping it real goes a little wrong. So let's start this clip over.
6-0 Crip is crazy.
I have blood, nigga. I'm a nigga, quick, nigga, 6-0, quick, nigga. What you talking about, nigga?
This is Raspy from
What you
B2K.
talking about? You want to show off for the cameras, nigga? Get your ass over here and talk, nigga.
Why he started jacking 60s?
This was last week. That's him and
What's up,
Orlando
everybody?
Brown.
Just Raspy tapping in.
And this is Raspy this week.
Just saw the episode. I feel some things were taken out of context. Raspy is not a gang member. Or am I affiliated? I grew up in multiple different neighborhoods, and I respect all walks of life. Long story short, I was on some Casamigos.
Casamigos turned into a Crip.
The Bad Boy Show definitely challenges your character. And my brother Orlando had hit me with blood, and I hit him back with what up, cuz. So, but shout out to all the OGs.
Somebody pulled him to the
I'm
side.
an entertainer.
You know what
And I
that
stay
is.
in my lane.
got a call.
God bless you. Love you. Peace and blessings.
Hey, somebody,
That is crazy.
somebody ran in a homie.
Yep.
Somebody ran in a homie, tapped his shoulder,
Man.
and told him to drop his shit.
Bro,
Damn, that was 0 to 100, then 100 to 0.
Really?
I
I didn't see that.
Shout out to him, bro.
Yo, y'all,
That's tough.
listen, I keep talking to
That's
y'all.
tough.
Y'all can't turn gang members after 25. Like, y'all niggas that, let's say it.
Only Soldier Boy.
I wonder why he said it so comfortably.
Yo.
Like, does he say that to himself, like when he's
Probably
alone
do.
or something?
Mad cats do that, but let me tell y'all right now, y'all can't get older and turn Crip. It don't work like that.
You can't be in a boy band and turn Crip with blonde hair.
That's
you can
backwards.
do
You
that.
can't do
I don't know.
that.
You never know because
not
some
a boy
people
band.
that you don't expect are really like. You know?
Chris Brown be jacking big B's from time to time. I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna
he's
do
your
that.
favorite singer. He just
Chris-
put out a summer anthem.
That's my man's. I'm not going
I'm
to talk
just
on
saying
that.
you can, but you got to be back
You
a
don't fuck
certain
with
type of
Push
way.
either? You don't fuck. I mean, you don't fuck. I said Push. You don't fuck with Chris either.
Who? That's my man.
That's your man too.
That, but Chris could say certain shit. See, it's different, right? If you sanctioned, you could do certain shit.
I think Chris is about about whatever life.
he bout.
He knocked out Usher.
Nah.
From
no,
what
he
the
did it.
reports
No, he
said.
did it. No, he did it. Don't spread
that
that.
literally like
Don't
did
spread
not
that.
I
happen.
said the reports. The reports.
Yo,
Nah,
we just be
because
don't
you be trying
do it.
to, because I'm
Yo.
on your ass. You be trying to cite me for my actual facts,
And
every
then he
week.
just pull up
I'm
some
on
random-
your
Yo,
fucking
we're
ass.
spewing
Like, no.
misinformation.
What?
Like, thank you.
He
Pete.
didn't knock out. He challenged
Fuck outta
Usher to a
You
dance
said he
off,
knocked out Usher.
and he challenged him. And then when he did the spin, he hit the nigga.
No, he didn't.
Bruh.
He hit the nigga by accident.
Yo,
Shit.
if you listen
and
to
the
this
nigga nose
episode,
started leaking a little
do
bit.
not listen to SaVon.
And I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah, gotta be weak.
Chris Brown, he throw bottles in the like we've seen certain
Yeah.
things.
Oh no,
Raspy,
we've all seen.
But yo, y'all
That's
gotta
really
know that y'all can't get older and turn Crip. Y'all gotta stop because I see y'all niggas. There's a lot of y'all that get older, like y'all never was affiliated, and y'all just start jacking blood. Y'all gotta stop, yo.
you shouldn't do that.
You can't do that. Most people get into a gang in their adolescent. As they get older, they grow out of shit. Y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill. Y'all won't
that
be like,
video was crazy.
yo, I can't
Yeah, I
believe you
thought
said
that was
that.
fun. That was a fun tidbit.
Like, yo,
Let's get to the
it's
voicemails. I
long-
know
he's
it's
like,
been a
long story short.
longer episode, very passionate episode. But as always, if you made it this far in the podcast, there's no reason you shouldn't be subscribed to our Patreon. Connect with us a little bit more. Talk to us directly. Each and every week since we returned, we like to take voicemail calls, right? And we'll answer directly. They've been fun. It's been a ton. Please continue to flood our DMs, our email, everything. Actually, you don't even got to do that. Just go over to Patreon. We will DM you the link to call us, leave a voicemail. Ladies, I will say, y'all slacking a little bit. We've been hearing from the guys a lot. We had a few ladies call in.
I need some softer voices on them.
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing like I hear Alex, I hear me,
that niggas
I hear
is rough.
Reggie. We need a little bit more like
Yeah,
the estrogen in my ear.
Yeah, like when we play the voicemail, I need to smell like Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
Some smell good.
Facts. But yeah, this week we got some voicemail, so let's check those out and see what they're about. Let's start here actually.
Okay.
I feel like the life advice ones, those are always
Those are my fave.
pretty good. All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, what's up, Need to Know Pod family, bro? Love y'all show. And I had a question, and the question is about imposter syndrome. And it's like, how do families, like minorities and families, they tell you to go to college and get a job, right? But they never talk about the imposter syndrome that you feel in those workplaces. A perfect example I have is corporate talk. Growing up for me, corporate talk was only reserved for lawyers, judges, cops. That's the only place that I've heard corporate talk from. And being in these workplaces and hearing that shit every day brings me back to those days. And I don't want to associate or even partake with any of that shit. And I just feel like I don't belong in the workplace. It just feels off. And also, I work in the biotech industry. There are not a lot of black folks that are in the quote unquote high positions that I'm in. So it's weird trying to relate to like a.
I think we kind of get the gist of it.
I wonder where he's from. He has an accent.
I like him. Well, homie, a lot of the reasons why they don't tell your family doesn't tell you is because they don't know. They don't know.
They haven't been there.
They haven't been exposed to the level that you've been exposed to. Yeah. So probably some things to think about. Now, I relate to everything you saying, man. I'm gonna break it down for you, right? I went from working on the Joe Budden podcast with SaVon, which is a very open environment.
Relax.
It's very relaxed.
Very non-traditional
job. Very casual.
Yeah.
Like we can pull up with sweats any day.
And order food and stuff.
We're ordering food. Yeah. We're there for a while. The structure is a little different, right? Into radio. And
with Sway.
Sway
and Joe. I think they're a little bit different in how they take their approach.
The approach is just a little different. Salute to both, right? And it's more work emails. It's more congregating at the water cooler. Like,
you got an email?
I have a work laptop.
Oh, I knew you had the laptop. Yeah. I didn't know you had the email, though.
They got to give me the email with the laptop.
It can't be alex@gmail.com.
You never know with this nigga, bro. He's the only nigga I know who can work in corporate and not have an email.
Yeah,
that's dope, bro.
Everybody send your mixtapes to alex@sirius.com.
For me, so I get where you coming from, yo, where it's just like, and then naturally, like how I was raised, like I was raised in a very impoverished neighborhood, and slang has always stuck to me. I always said I prefer slang because I don't feel like everybody should be privy to what I'm saying. Now, it's to an extent.
That's a bar.
Yeah, I live by that. So a lot of people, they like to judge me about that, not knowing that I'm very well versed. But in certain environments, you want to be able to write your own narrative. So that's my answer. That's like kind of like how I want to answer you, Brody. I know it's a little weird, but
it could be uncomfortable.
It can definitely be uncomfortable at first.
You feel out of place and stuff.
Yes, but you got to find a way to do it. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I had to find a way to do it at serious. Like I run into people getting like tea or coffee, and like they're working in the tech department, and
Sirius is already like a cool place to work. So even if the fact that you still feel like that at a cool place,
I still feel that.
Yeah.
So it's never gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? So personally, what I would do is just some tips, right? Talk to yourself. I know it sounds mad crazy.
No. That was going to be my advice too. You just have to know yourself. So keep going.
No, I'm glad we're on the same page. Please talk to yourself. Practice talking to yourself. And I know it sounds crazy that I'm saying it, but literally say things that you wouldn't say around your friends and practice that. But practice it in your tone, in your version. Yeah. That's something I had to do at Sirius. I'm not going to lie. I can't be, hey, yo, what up, all the time. I speak to some very high up people and I deal with some high tech shit. Yeah. So you better be very well versed in your vernacular, right?
I love that.
Yeah.
And that's important too, because that way you still maintain a level of, or a certain not percentage, but you still maintain yourself. You're still you at the end of the day. You're just putting your sauce on it, but at the same time, you're still, relating to and talking to how everyone else also talks to, about in the office. Yeah. For me, usually, you're gonna be who you are, and I think, if I were to give them any advice, it would definitely be, be very attentive, listen to, what people are saying, eat the meat, spit out the bones, take in what relates to you, and then, whatever you can, translate in your own way to certain people, how you talk, then that's how you kind of, just materialize it to what everyone else is saying, and, just be around the office.
I love that.
Regi, I don't know if you want to give your feedback. You and I could go real quick. we're all in a corporate space in some way. Yeah. So I'm sure we all have our own strategies and own, processes to go about it.
To first echo what Alex and Pierre were saying, like, you really just have to know yourself and know what you're going to compromise and what you're going to, just adhere to in the corporate world, because you can't just like what Alex said, you can't be like talking to the CEO and be like, yo, what up? Like, unless you really want to, unless that's something that you're not negotiating, whatever, like do you, be you. And then the best advice that I always remember with imposter syndrome specifically, that has helped me throughout the years and that everyone should just always tell themselves is that when you find yourself uncomfortable in these rooms, in these higher positions, like just know that you are there for a reason. Like you would not be given this opportunity if you weren't meant to be there. Yes. Like even if you're out of place, you said you're one of the only Black workers in like your company, but you were given that chance for a reason and you were picked out of all the people that applied. So you deserve it, and just keep doing what you're doing because clearly you got that job for a reason. So we all have doubts. We all experience imposter syndrome to some degree, but yeah, just look in the mirror and be like, yo, I got this job. It's my job. Maybe I have to learn corporate lingo a little bit, but I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah, I was actually going to piggyback off what you said. Just know that you're supposed to be in those rooms. Remind yourself that you're supposed to be in those rooms, even the rooms that you don't feel like you should be in. Like working at HBO is obviously it's TV and film. So it's much different than working in music, much different working in radio, some of the places that I've worked in the past. But I think the first thing you hit on was, why doesn't anybody tell me? And like Alex said, they may not even know. I think now that you know, it's your job and your responsibility to educate the generation behind you and the generation coming after you, right? So if you got younger siblings, younger cousins, nieces, nephews, people that look up to you or you just can connect with, I would definitely, give them your experience, because you might open their imagination to wanting to be in that space, and letting them know what to prepare for could help them the way that it probably would have benefited you. And then also the people who may not ever get in those doors, the generations before us. My family, my grandparents, like whenever I do take a trip, they'll pick me up from the airport and they're just so excited to hear the experiences, to know like, oh, you was in the room with this person, you had dinner with that person. I can't believe you're flying and traveling so much. And I'm elated to share my experiences because I know they didn't get a chance to when they were my age. So I think all your experiences, whether it be good, bad, indifferent, try and share that with those around you the way that you wish somebody would have shared it with you.
Love that. Because it's not imposter syndrome if you're there.
Absolutely.
Love that.
Let's get to the next one.
All right, bet. Yo, I'm freestyling right now. Look, I just got the email and my message that need to know send me a message, so I'm calling. And look, this how I feel. I need to see y'all get uncomfortable. I'm tired of seeing y'all sitting down. I mean, the conversation is easy, don't get me wrong. But I want to see y'all get uncomfortable, get outside your safe space. Like, can y'all do a pod, like, on a
I ain't doing that. I'm tired.
Beach? Like, I want to see y'all really step outside your zones, outside the studio.
Oh, was that it?
Oh,
no. He was about to say.
Cut off?
He was spitting.
He had some more?
Outside the zone, outside
He was
the
saying
studio.
he wanted to see us do something.
We'll get outside your safe space.
Right.
Like, can y'all do a pod, like, on a beach? Like, I want to see y'all really step outside your zones, outside the studio. All three of y'all, like, sitting in a newer, different space. Maybe y'all mic up and do a workout together. Like, I just want to see y'all diversify out them chairs. Like, everybody sitting in them chairs nowadays. Everybody put that mic in front of their face.
Right.
I love that.
Well, nigga, turn up August 19th. How about that?
Period.
How about that? Pull up on me August 19th, man. See me in red form.
Not for nothing, though.
I love that.
Salute to you leaving that for us.
Give me a red form. I'm sorry.
No, I will say this, though, right? All of us are very creative and we love doing different things, right? To be honest with you, the 9 to 5 thing is a lot. I'm not going to lie to you, because we do balance this with everything else we're a part of. I personally own a music studio. I'm working 9 to 5. I'm with my people, you feel me? And I know they have all their other shit, but part of the change that we kind of want to reconvene was to kind of do stuff like that. I mentioned something to the crew already that I want to start to work on that might be presented on Patreon, but that's kind of like my goal for it, you know? And we're going to get more into it, but the what was it, like a makeover we did? No, it was the revamp, right?
Yeah, just a revamp.
So like a revamp,
That's
right?
it.
The revamp we've been doing, all of those types of things are definitely type of
They're coming. They're coming.
We dropped the skit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We were sitting on couches.
See a little, you know, we switched it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
But we dropped the skit. Go check
We
the
were
skit
acting
out.
a little bit, you know.
And those are some of the things, like Alex said, we want to incorporate. And I'm gonna give you the realest shit ever, bro. We don't have backing.
Yeah.
I know
that'd
a
be
lot of your
another thing.
podcasts, they're signed to this network, they're taking this ad. Like a lot of them have that support. We are our
travel,
support.
stuff like that.
You get what I'm
It's
saying?
us,
Like
yeah.
we and I think that's what really connects us with the people that listen to us, the people that are over on Patreon, especially. Because we can relate to y'all in a way that maybe some of your other favorite podcasters can't, right? We do this shit at a very high level, but we still live a very real, relatable life,
a great
right? We're
point
not
you're making.
disconnected. And a part of not being disconnected and being able to relate to y'all is y'all niggas all got bills. A lot of y'all niggas be in my DMs like, nigga, I am not paying the $12.99 for your Patreon. I got bills. Like,
That is valid.
and I respect it. I will
respect
never
it.
be mad. Like, I
Facts,
love the way
facts.
that you support. If you can, please
Love
do.
is love,
If
yeah.
not, we're gonna respect that. But moment of transparency, like for us to kind of get out of this space and get into different
And
spaces,
be more
locations.
adventurous, as he's saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To do some of those things, be a little bit more experimental, you know, it costs. And we've been consistent. Real quick story. So when we first came back a few weeks ago, we dropped the Patreon exclusive before we dropped on our main feed.
We did.
And there was a few people who was upset with that decision. And my thing was, hey, the people over on Patreon, they have been here supporting us even while we were gone. People were still subscribed,
Salute
supporting
to
us, and
y'all.
That
that's
is
love.
crazy. Wow,
Salute
shout out
to
to you
y'all.
guys.
And
Big
they
support.
didn't know when we were coming back.
They didn't.
You know,
Love them.
like
I
we
love
were
them so
just
much.
dead quiet. And
Yeah.
I think a part of us coming back, we wanted to really pour into y'all, into the community.
Right.
And so doing things like you suggested, doing things like Alex has planned, and all of us kind of got planned to do.
Yeah.
It just takes it takes support. It takes backing. So
Even in this new studio we're in right now.
Yeah.
Like we're here right now, but we're flirting with other things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I promise you we are.
A little sneak peek. you know.
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
yeah.
But to my point, and yes, I was joking, I was having a good time. The mixer, I think that is a way for you to see us in a different space. Now the cameras aren't around and we aren't giving you content, but I don't know any other podcasts that are, you know, doing what we do, connecting with our people in that way. It's like, hey, come by a show.
Yeah.
Hey, come support us over here in this venue. We're like, yo, come fuck with
party
us
with
and
us.
come
And
see
I'm
how we
telling-
move in real life.
I'm telling
that's
you,
a
like,
fact.
we're cool, okay? Like, you're gonna come to the party and love meeting us. Like, we're mad friendly.
Yeah.
Like, we're cool.
Ain't
We're
no
fun.
weird vibes with
Nah.
us.
Yes,
Like,
we'll
you
buy
say
you
what up to us,
drinks.
we going
Yeah.
facts.
I'm very
Yeah.
confident that if people come to our party, they're gonna have fun.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I
Absolutely.
think that's another way that we've tried to expand our palette in a sense, whereas we just want to connect with y'all in a real way, seeing us outside of these couches and in real life. So yeah, but shout out to you though for being
Yeah, that was
invested
a good,
in,
like,
yeah,
you know,
dope.
that was good
dope.
feedback. And I'm definitely down for it because, you know, I love stamping pages on my passport. So, yes,
She does.
Beach Podcast coming soon.
Hey. That's
Hey,
love. I like
and
that.
I'm doing it. You know what I mean? I'm doing it. I could do it.
You could do it?
I could do it for us.
All right, that's good, man.
I could do it.
But
for
this nigga, like, I ain't
Nah,
gonna
go ahead,
fuck
say
with
it.
you.
Talk.
I'm not gonna fuck with you, bro.
Don't mute up now.
I'm not gonna fuck.
Get him,
Be
get him, B.
confident.
Get him, B.
He went back into his shell.
No,
Come on,
so
don't do that.
like if you were to do that, we would have to respect you and compensate you for it.
That's the thing.
That's
P.
the thing. So we know
that's
you're
the
willing
thing.
to do
P,
it.
Do you know how many things I want to hit you up about? And I go, whoa, budget.
yeah.
Do you know? P? I don't think Pierre know. I have all the thoughts you be having.
And I
man.
do want to shout out Pierre really quick. I know we're about to wrap up.
Yes.
But shout out to Pierre because Pierre has been with us, holding us down through all the changes, through all the ups. He's been accommodating us. He's been very flexible with us. Like, shout out to Pierre for really
For years.
you know, his
for
commitment
years. Real
to the
commitment.
podcast. And he's one of the reasons that we're even able to dream.
Yes.
In a sense, from a production standpoint,
Absolutely.
From an expansion standpoint,
Yup. He tries
you
to
know,
elevate every time.
every single
Salute to
week.
him.
So
Love you, man.
the same timing that caller was on, like just know all of us are on.
That's
all
big.
four of us, Pierre included. He has the ideas, but he come with a budget. He
do.
and we gotta respect
And
it.
we gotta
Like,
respect. He be shooting the Mannings.
last thing,
Eli Manning in them.
if you got a friend
Plural.
who offers a service, let's
Yeah.
say you got a friend that's a barber or a car repairman, you don't abuse that friendship by saying, yo, I need a cut for free.
You don't.
You get what I'm saying? I need you to fix my car. Like, because that's his skill set, that's his time, those are his resources. And so we could never be like, yo, bro, let's do all this shit for free. You know what I'm saying? So, Pierre, just to give you a little bit of context as to why we don't move on your time sometimes, that's all it is. We love you.
We really do. Most of the shit you say is remarkable.
We love you. We love you.
Before we get out of here, y'all know. So what you need to know, we back with a fun fact, and it's fact check.
I got a fun fact.
Let's do both.
Okay,
can we do both?
Y'all go crazy.
That's it. Open the file cabinet, nigga. Open the file cabinet. You hear me?
Oh, shit.
Oh, but that went over your guys' heads because you gotta dive deep. No,
You didn't do the science. You didn't do the science.
That was hard.
I ain't really got a fact.
Oh my
But I'm gonna give you some shit.
Let me hear.
My man Neo, he out of here, bro. This nigga got 18 kids, and
Oh,
one of
I
his
did
baby
hear about
mama
this.
is trying to take him,
he
get
has to
more
pay
money.
child support.
Sade requests immediate monthly child support after Neo files motion to establish paternity of their 2 kids.
So he's hiding more children, is what you're saying?
The nigga that had, I think he had 2 kids on his wife. I don't know.
You said that's your favorite artist, right?
Nah, I don't know, but this is where the facts come in.
That's
all
your twin in
right?
them?
Because I respect
Twin.
You respect a straight shooter.
I love a straight shooter.
How often do you see people actually address the shade room?
It happens. It happens. But
And then they pin that comment and shit.
Exactly.
Oh, so what he
So
addressed?
here's the facts.
Okay, here are the facts.
Oh,
Let me hear it.
shit.
This is what you need to know?
Quote Neo, yeah. This is what he's telling
I
us we
haven't
need to
read
know.
Are we quoting Neo here?
Why is this a story? We had kids. We're not together. I'm going to support my kids like any other baby daddy with any care for the well-being of his kids. Y'all are so damn thirsty, Shade Room. But then again, it's the Shade Room. I guess I shouldn't be shocked at shade from the Shade Room.
He's trying to borrow.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
all my kids are healthy. All my kids are beautiful and well taken care of.
Amen.
And I ain't beefing with any of their moms. Now that's the flex. There you go from the horse's mouth. Y'all have a nice day. With love, Neo.
That was wholesome.
That is a nigga that is fucking.
So he's basically saying that there is no beef with Miss Sade.
That's my fact for the day. And I got my source, bitch.
You got it was Neo.
Shade Room.
Oh, shit, I like that. I like that.
That's first person.
I'm prepared.
Wow.
Open up the files, goddamn
He
it.
said my source is Neo.
It's what you need to know, when the fuck you need to know. Make sure y'all signed up for the Patreon.
Wait, what about Alex?
Yeah, what about Alex?
I might save it for next week.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
I like
Okay,
that.
keep
I
going.
like
We gonna
Good
take
looking,
turns.
Reg.
We gonna
Good
take
looking, Reg.
turns.
Appreciate it.
Because
Save
Savon
the
like to
facts. Save the
Savon like to
facts.
mute people up. That's why
Savon like to mute people up, right,
Yeah.
P? I know.
Copy.
I like P's energy today. Gang.